Oh shit.
Say something.
Welcome to Timmy's Talk, this thing that I've never been on before, and they decided to say, "Hey, you can introduce it."
Here's how Sean got added to Timmy's Talk. We were in a group chat with Tyler, and Harper said, "Let's do a Timmy's Talk," and forgot Sean was in the group chat. And then we were like, it's like when you like talk about something in front of your little brother and you gotta invite him. Sean's our little brother.
Harper was there like, all right, so Hunter, JD, Tyler, we're doing this. And I was just there like, I guess I'm not invited to Timmy's Talk.
I was getting out of the car to go to the post office, and I read your message like, so am I in Timmy's Talk or not? And I just said I could not fucking care either way.
And I replied to that message. That is the most Harper response you will ever get.
Quintessential.
Now we're here. So what is Timmy's Talk?
We just talk about things.
Chat the
life.
shit. What's going on in life? What's news in the world?
Harper, tell me about them hot toys, baby.
I have spent $3,800 Australian on hot toys. And yeah, I finally got a Daredevil one today. Daredevil one has been like marked up for the longest time because they didn't do a big run on it. And it's been like $1,000 Australian, which is probably like $3 in American. And it's been $1,000 for so long. Yeah, it's just changed to America.
Peanuts.
We've got nothing here except sand to trade. We just ask people around the world, it's like, do you want sand? And they're like, no.
You want these koala droppings?
Yeah. We've got kangaroos. It's like, no, fuck.
We have Kangaroo Jack 2 in the vault. What's that with?
In the vault? Like the Prime Minister, you know how like Biden walks around with like the suitcase with all the fucking like nuclear shit in it, like the set off the bombs, the codes,
he doesn't have it on him.
It's not a suitcase. What is he? What is this? A James Bond movie?
No, he probably does though.
The nuclear
carry
football.
Around a suitcase. Yeah,
that football.
Yeah,
or at least that's how it is in film.
Our prime minister just has like a briefcase locked down
with Kangaroo Jack 2.
No one knows it was filmed. No one knows it.
The Squeakquel.
And he has the rated R version of Kangaroo Jack.
Oh my god! Why? Like, I really genuinely want to see that Kangaroo Jack, but with
who's the director of that? Can we release that cut instead of like trying to get the Ayer cut?
I still can't get over.
Is that his name? Ayer. I thought it was just Ayer, like David Ayer.
I think it's Ayer.
I've always said Ayer.
I think it's Ayer too.
I think it's Ayer.
You overcomplicate it. You sound like Gal Gadot talking in that commercial for Death of the Nile.
Kal-El, no.
What does she say? She's just like, and enough champagne to fill the Nile. It's the weirdest line reading I've ever heard. It's like she read it once and went, I've got this.
She's not good at delivering lines as represented by Justice League 2017 when she wanted Kal-El to stop and said, Kal-El, no.
But then in the Snyder cut, people were like, you know what? It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's still bad. That was my favorite thing about the Snyder cut is like people hated scenes in Justice League and then found out it was a Snyder scene. Like, I was wrong about that. All right, that was actually cinematic perfection.
Yeah,
that's my thoughts on Daredevil's hot toy.
You got a great deal, right? That's what I'm proud of. I'm always proud when a guy gets a deal.
It was genuinely like over 1,000, and that's like not including shipping from like America. And then one dude in Australia was selling it for like $750, and I, just to be a smart ass, was just like, I'll put a $500 offer down and see what happens. And he rejected it, and I was like, okay. And so I messaged him and I went, what's the lowest you'll go? And he's like, look, with eBay, and he's right about this because I have the same issue whenever I sell on eBay. He's like, eBay's like, you know, tax that they take out, the percentage that they take out for themselves is astronomical sometimes. And he's like, I'm not going to make any money off of this if I do it on eBay and go for less. And he's like, but I can sell it to you off eBay for like $625, and that's including shipping. And I went,
there's a little bit of risk in that though, no?
That's what I thought. I was like, I could absolutely pay for this, send him the money, and just never hear back and never get it. And then I messaged him on the day he said he was going to like post it off, and it was in the afternoon, and I was like, uh-oh. And so I messaged him and he went, oh man, sorry, I've been at work, but my wife posted it off this morning. And I was just like, oh, okay. And it was waiting at this post office for like the last 5 or 6 days, and there were no updates on where it had moved. And I was just like, uh-oh.
The package without fear.
Uh-oh. And then last night it started coming. Like I saw that it was in Melbourne on the app, and I was like, oh, it's getting close. And then I picked it up this morning, and sure enough, brand new. All the seals were there. I nearly busted a nut when I saw that all the seals were intact. I was
Wait, so he never opened it?
Huh?
The guy never opened it?
No, it's never been opened.
Oh,
It's
wow.
So
still-
if you
I
want to
didn't know that.
resell this, like you could resell it for like you can make a $400 profit on this.
Yeah, I could, but it looks nice.
That's
So it's
crazy.
out of the box.
Do you ever make your
Although
hot
the
toys talk? Do you ever make your hot toys talk to each other?
No, they sit in a
Oh.
shelf and I ignore them.
So we'll do
No,
it for collections.
Yeah, it just looks nice in a shelf. But yeah, I guess even if I did like, if I somehow had like a stroke and then when I like came to, I was like, I hate Daredevil now. I could probably still sell it used and still make my money back. Like,
That would be an interesting turn of events. You have a stroke, and the only effect, long-term effect,
Yeah, I
that comes out
just
of it is
hate
you hate
Daredevil.
You just don't like
But
this
I love
fictional character
Spider-Man.
that you
You
like.
love Spider-Man. This is indeed a strange universe. You know, I
It's like
had
that guy that
I had an
put his-
eBay deal like that one time with a trade where I bought a trade, and for some reason the eBay deal like was not working. I don't know. The site was just like bugging out. So the guy was like, "Listen, why don't you just PayPal me the money and I'll send it to you?" And I was like 15 or 16. I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I sent him the money, and then he literally messaged me. He's like, "Huh, you sent the money without me sending proof. I could just scan you right now." And I just like looked at the email like, and then he sent it to me.
good.
Guys,
All right.
the guy-
Threats you?
he like had the Infinity Stones, and he just wanted me to know that he has the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, that was fucking weird that he said it. He's just like,
Right?
I
That's
just
something
want
a
you to know
scam-
that I can
like
fuck
if
you
this
over.
was Family Feud, that is something a scammer would say.
He
Yeah.
was probably like teaching you a lesson though, like, hey kid, like I'm honest, but
kid,
not everybody.
Thanks for showing up for the episode, Sean. You've been silent for like the last 5 minutes after that intro.
Well,
We,
Harper,
like,
maybe if
scared
you could
into
turn
silence.
off the stupid filters and turn yourself right
Yeah,
side
Yeah, it's
up
really
so that
difficult to
you
pay
don't have a
attention to.
headache.
It makes your eyebrows appear blue as well. Like your hair and eyebrows just look blue. Same thing. with
Yeah,
your
it's
eyes.
really hard
okay,
to focus.
at minimum, I will put myself the right way up, but I need to represent my country. There we go.
You
I don't even care
every
that
word
much.
Yeah,
you say
you really
represents
you
it.
really put the cunt in the country.
Oh, you got me. Well, you're from.
Remember when
Hunter?
Hunter said that on a podcast episode? That was like the greatest.
Yes,
Did I?
yes, he did. And he was like, I didn't
Yes, you
say
did,
it. And he
Hunter.
literally says country. Like-
I don't recall. I don't recall.
Hunter's never
You
cursed in
don't
his
recall?
adult life.
You
but
sure?
Right there, he's
I'm
like,
pretty sure I don't recall. Anyways, so I got some Tim Beebs here.
Can
They're,
you
uh,
explain to the
oh,
audience,
God.
for our non-Canadian and rational people in the audience, what a Tim Beeb is?
I'm not a fan. So Justin Bieber decided, you know what would be cool if we put sour cream in a Timbit. Timbit being like little,
Munchkin. A munchkin if you like Dunkin' Donuts.
sure.
Same
And
thing.
Wait. So Bieber actually is involved with
Yeah,
it?
he's the
Oh,
one
I
who
thought that was a
created this stuff.
joke.
No,
I
no.
thought you
No.
were joking.
Justin Bieber said, I have some ideas for some Timbits. And Tim Hortons was like, okay, we'll market you as them. So he created like a dark chocolate one, I think, a sour cream one, which is weird, and a waffle one. And Timbits are like, they're smooth. These don't look smooth. They're like, I don't know.
Look rough as fuck.
I don't know. So
It made
yeah.
a crunching noise when you bit into it.
I've never had the chocolate.
They look
one,
like they would
actually.
just scratch your throat on the way
The,
down.
the dark chocolate one looks kind of
awful.
fire. Like I would like. I'm
Does
a big
it?
dark chocolate fan.
I don't know. But yeah, I never had the dark chocolate one, but I've had the other ones, and I wasn't the greatest fan. So I'm trying.
Who eats like that?
Oh, it's spilling.
How is it?
It's actually pretty good. Okay, but it does just taste like the chocolate Timbit. Like,
You need to review it properly though.
Yeah.
so it tastes like a regular chocolate Timbit, but dry.
Great. What a great
That's
start.
I thought you were gonna go full unbox therapy and be like, all right, so like if we're looking at this Timbit right here, the texture's a little, you know,
rough. It's rough. Okay, what actual flavor is this?
What is the best flavor Timbit like out there? Like what's the most popular?
I like their honey ones a lot.
Ugh, honey Timbit. That sounds
And
gross.
they have like a vanilla dip where they have like sprinkles on it. Yeah. Or there's like a powder one with cherry and or like some jam or something in the center.
I just realized that Timmy's Talk is the best format to do like all the voices. I haven't
All
done
right,
like,
let's hear your best voice impressions, Harper. Like, what do you genuinely think is your best one that you could show off?
I think like I've played this game a few times. I think just give me anyone and I will do my best.
Your
Anyway.
background right now. Your background.
Just huh?
The man behind you.
Spider-Man. What is it? What is it? Paul Giamatti Rhino?
Yeah, Paul Giamatti.
What does he
I am
say?
the Rhino.
I just remember the line, you can call me Webhead, you can call me, don't call me late for dinner.
Wait,
and he goes,
no.
what can I call you? And he goes, I am a killer. Or
Yeah.
whatever he says.
Chocolate white.
I
bars,
am a
that's what they-
killer. There we go. What a great like casting decision.
I like the day that you and Hunter were going back and forth with Star Wars impressions, and I was just watching like amazement as a child. I was like, whoa.
Hey, Lomish. Those were the best.
Oh, good. Don't make Sean start with his Peter.
Holy
I used to
crap, Ross.
answer phones like that in one of my retail job.
All right. I'm calling a retail store right now. Go ahead.
Party Shitty, how may I help you?
That's great. That is excellent.
It was either that or it would be Party City, how may I help you? I'd act like,
Yeah. I want to return this Halloween costume. I no longer need it because it's November 1st.
Terribly sorry to hear that about you, man. Really. But it was funny because we used to take like credit card information over the phone for like orders. For orders.
Can
and
you
stuff.
remember any of those numbers? Can you just
No,
say?
no.
Yeah,
But I'll never
Papa needs a new
forget.
hot toy.
I'll never forget the day that like the manager was like talking and goes, yeah, so we're not allowed to take credit card information over the phone anymore because apparently somebody thought they were getting scammed, like they heard like a cartoony voice, and I was just there like, that's
That could be
something."
anyone.
JD,
Hunter,
why are
do
you
your best,
calling
Harrison
me?
Ford.
Hunter, you're calling me.
Damn
Wait.
I was about to say, I don't think I'm calling.
I thought it was my
Hunter.
grandfather. I was like, wait, he's calling me right now.
Hunter,
I
Hunter,
was calling you to see if you do the impression. Yeah.
Hunter, do your best Harrison Ford.
God.
This can be the impressions episode. That'll fill up an hour.
Oh my God.
Well, who
Oh boy.
are they? Is JD? I don't
That
think I've
sounds
ever heard.
nothing like Harrison Ford, Sean.
Yeah, that sounded more like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, that's what I
Are you
was
talking
thinking.
like old Harrison Ford or?
It's the ship that made the castle run in less than 12 bucks.
Hey kid, I don't
Yuck.
sound like that.
That's pretty good.
I didn't kill my wife.
Oh, that's a great movie. That is a great fucking movie.
It is.
I love the
Real.
John Mulaney bit where he
Well-
keeps slipping it into that. I think it's Comeback Kid that he brings that up. None
Yep.
of you have seen that now.
Sure,
But
man.
he does the full like recreation of Harrison Ford's speech. You did it. You switched the samples.
JD, can you do an impression of anyone?
Eminem.
Maybe like Goofy from More Like Dusk Tactics. Yuck.
I like how you're going to explain where Goofy's from.
Goofy, he's from Mickey. He's kind of a dog, but Pluto's also a dog, so it's a little confusing.
A dog. Hey,
How come-
I'm from New fucking York.
How come
Listen
Pluto
to you
ha-
go.
how
It's
come
a
Pluto-
hey, I'm fucking walking here.
How come Pluto has to be on a leash, but Goofy's allowed to walk around and like have a house?
What is that from?
What is what from?
That joke. That's a thing. Is that a Daniel Tosh joke or a Bo Burnham joke? What is that from?
Wait, what?
That's a joke. What
I would
Jane
know
said,
it if it's
I've heard
Bo
in a
Burnham.
stand-up special before. That blew my mind.
I'm not trying to be an Amy Schumer here. I'm not trying to steal a joke.
No.
but
I believe it. You didn't say it exactly the same, but I swear Bo Burnham
What?
says a similar joke.
Said
I've
what?
never,
I
I've never
missed it.
watched Bo Burnham, but it is a good observation because how come he's allowed to walk around?
Yeah,
They're
no,
both dogs.
fuck. I'll have to find the clip later. That's done my head in now. Wow, you've ruined my day. Hunter, do Harrison Ford.
Well, we were just doing Harrison Ford.
Did you do it? I didn't hear it. Do it.
Well, what was
I'm
my
kidding.
line?
Like you always do it like that.
Yeah.
Hey kid.
Yeah,
Hey,
I think Sean has a better one than me.
Do young Harrison Ford.
For some reason, like I can't think of any Harrison Ford lines. I
How
just
good is that
watched the
fucking-
first Indiana Jones recently.
That Mark Hamill interview where he was telling the story about him.
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
Empire Strikes Back, and like when the Vader reveal happens, Harrison
Hey,
Ford turns
kid,
to him and goes,
you didn't fucking tell me
that."
Just all monotone.
What's he up to these
Do you
days?
guys know snowboarding or Canadian slang well?
No.
Nah,
Pretty good.
100%. I'll ice it. Go.
Okay. POW.
Huh?
What does POW mean?
It's a Batman 66.
No.
Pow.
Damn, I thought you'd actually get that one too.
Pow.
Does anyone
No,
know?
pow is when you have to
No.
pow is when you're coming down an incline.
No.
Okay.
No. Pow just
Shit
means
up.
it just snowed. So
Yeah,
there's
that's
like
what,
fresh
I did
powder.
know that. I did know that.
Oh,
Yeah.
we
powder.
gotta spread
Okay.
that fresh GNR, guy.
Like, and Japow is powder in Japan. Fun fact.
What the fuck are you talking about?
There's
Shut
no way
the
that's
fuck
real.
up.
No way that's real.
Maybe, I don't know.
JD, do your best Jeff Bridges.
You kind of put me on the spot.
Yeah, JD and I can't do impressions.
Tony
Sean.
Stark was able to build. Oh wait, no, that's not Jeff Bridges. Wait, is that
Yes,
Jeff
it
Bridges?
is.
It is Jeff Bridges.
Yes.
I always forget that is him sometimes because he shaved his head bald.
Yeah,
and
he's
everything.
bald. He's
Harper,
First-
could you do a Willem Dafoe Goblin?
That's the one that JD can
What does
do.
he say? What does he say in the trailer?
Spider.
Look at those Spider-Man come out to play.
Norman's on
Spider-Man.
sabbatical.
That's what I made my thing. That's a neat trick. That spider
No.
sense of yours.
Let me.
Norman? Norman's on sabbatical, honey.
That's a neat trick. That sense of yours. Something like
Yours is a bit too deep.
It is.
You gotta make it.
That's
You gotta make it like
a
just
trick.
raspy enough though. Like I like in 2002
That's a
Spider-Man when
neat
he talks.
trick.
You're a little
That sense of
jokery.
yours.
I like
Oh,
when he
suck my
slaps
balls.
Spider-Man's head.
Your
Yeah,
background is so
yeah.
distracting.
It is.
Yeah, I hate this.
I'll change it to something less distracting.
I hate
Just
it.
That's not gonna just be
Just make it your room.
yourself.
Just make it your room.
Yeah.
Why do I have to just make it?
You
Are
guys
you
are getting-
ashamed?
We could see through
That's
your
more
eyes.
distracting. How would that be less distracting?
Harper,
I feel like-
you're wearing dark clothes, so we could just
Yeah.
see just bits of your skin.
I
It
don't
says
even really
something
know what it
chaser.
says. I bought it
Sunset
from
chaser?
Kmart. Sunset chaser. Yeah.
Dude, are you a sunset chaser, bro?
I've never seen the sun.
Yeah, I can tell you're so fucking pale. You make Hunter look fucking tan.
Yeah, what the heck?
In the end.
Harper, don't you live in New Zealand?
Yeah.
Where the sun's out all the time there.
Yeah, good day, bro. Yes, I'm from New Zealand. I ride my sheep to work. Is that New Zealand? How's that?
No, New Zealand's very
I think
close to
so.
Australian.
That
Yeah.
that was a perfect New Zealand accent.
Was
Like-
it? Really?
Yes. Yes.
I didn't know
Because
that.
it sounded like Korg from Ragnarok, and that to me is what New Zealand. Taika Waititi is New Zealand. Fuck off.
I know. But like,
Hi, my name is Korg. I'm made of rock.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
It's a good movie. I watched it
Is
the
it?
other week.
I don't know
Apart
if it
from
is.
when Mark Ruffalo drops that slur in the middle, and you're like, ooh.
Wait, what?
He drops it. He drops a bad word.
You're full of
In
shit.
Ragnarok?
Yeah, don't repeat it when I spell it out. GYPSY. Don't say it. Wow, everyone went dead fucking silent.
Wait, is that a bad one?
Yeah, I don't know. that was a-
Yeah, it's a divisive one. There's a lot of debate over it, but generally people try and avoid it. It's
Mark Ruffalo improvised it, and they're just like, just stick to the script, Mark. We'll shoot again, and he does it again.
But that's the problem. It's usually like it's a very context based one. Like if you bought a clothing brand or went to a store that had that in the title, generally it's like not people don't give a shit. But like the scene is Thor wraps up his head with a towel, and then then Bruce Banner is dressed up like Tony Stark, and then Bruce Banner goes, "Yeah, Tony and then says that," and it's like. Oof. Anyway, good movie.
I don't
I
remember
like the
that.
part where
Thor Ragnarok is not a good movie.
it's a good ass movie.
It is not a
I
good
think
movie.
it's an entertaining movie, but it's about Thor. movie.
Thor Odinson, God
I-
of Thunder.
Aside from
He's a
Infinity
friend
War,
from work. I know him.
well, that was from
Good line.
somebody suggested that line. Like a
Yeah,
kid
that was like a
visited-
Was it
make.
like
That
a
was like a
Make-A-Wish?
Make-A-Wish kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
fuck you.
well, now I feel bad.
I was so
Really
mad
awesome.
at that.
Now I'm a dick.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Make-A-Wish kid asked for that to be in the movie.
Sorry. Still not a good line, but sorry.
That's the first time I
is
heard you say
so-
sorry, JD.
It would have been better. if
I
they
don't
didn't
often
do it in the
apologize, but I
trailer.
mean, a Make-A-Wish kid, I'm not winning that battle.
Sean,
Yeah,
do
what?
your best impression of Sam Rockwell.
Sam oh crap.
Rock?
The
The
Rock,
higher
it's about
key of-
drive, it's about power.
Man, Sam Rockwell's the best.
losers?
Ah, come on. I'm trying to think of like Iron Man 2 lines, but that movie's pretty forgettable.
Oh,
Fuck
damn.
you, bastard.
It is. It is. I think it's one
Yeah.
of the more
If you didn't
forgettable
notice,
ones.
Sean has Iron Man sheets on his bed.
When
so,
was the last time you watched it, Hunter?
Just before
2010?
Endgame. Just before Endgame.
Last time I
That's
watched
like
it was
3
2010.
years ago.
Last time I watched it was
And I
2010.
already
I was
forgot.
10 I was 10 years old when I watched it.
Wow.
I already forgot it. I remember Whiplash was in it, and that's all.
That's the
Whiplash.
weakest part of the
Whiplash,
movie. You
Whiplash,
remember the
that's,
worst.
that's a good movie.
75% of that movie is just Tony and Pepper yelling at each other.
That's the best part.
Harper, can you please change your background? This is even more distracting. I keep
Yeah.
staring into those eyes, the Colonel's
Why are
eyes.
you just so
your
like
eyes.
upset over my fucking backgrounds? Like I just like my bedroom's a look. Now I'm on LV 426. Well done.
On Earth TXR.
Yeah, I was going to say Sean's question.
TRN 591.
You know, since we did the last one, now every time a question pops into my head, I just write it down so it's ready for the next one. So
Hunter,
yeah.
best impression of OJ Simpson.
I don't think I can even think of
the
O.J.
glove don't
Simpson's
fit. You must
voice.
have quit.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I didn't do it. Or something like that.
All right, best impression of James Franco.
I didn't do it as well.
I was gonna say I was gonna make a really dark joke. No, never mind.
Well, for him, it'd be like, I didn't do it, but here's some
Those
other
texts were
things.
consensual. Let's do the twist.
So
with Mary
by
Jane.
no, you mean yes.
Oh god.
That's James Franco, isn't it? I watched a video on him the other day, like about all of that shit. When that stuff first came out, like the first incident, the first thing he posted was on Instagram, and it was a meme saying like, it was a photo of him, like a paparazzi photo, and like the caption said like, "Give me your younglings." It's like, it's like, what are you doing?
I like.
That guy thought he was fucking bulletproof, man.
I like in
God,
Spider-Man
dude.
3 when he bonks his head, and then Mary Jane says, "Man, a bop on the head. I could use that." And then he goes up to Mary Jane, and he goes, "Bop." That's cinematic perfection.
I saw the scene in my head when he said that. Like
he goes, a bop on the head, and I'm as fresh as new. And Mary Jane goes, "I could use a bop on the head," and he goes, "Bop."
Yep.
I
It's
don't
very
remember
awkward.
any of that.
For some
It's a
reason,
great scene.
I remember that so well. Why did you?
Great scene.
Why did you think of that scene, Gene?
It popped into my head the other day, and I don't know, just bop on the head. I'm as fresh as new.
I mean, he's the one who constantly brings up all the Eddie Brock quotes. My
Never
spider
moved.
sense is tingling.
That's my favorite
You
one.
know what I'm talking about.
Come on, Parker. When are you gonna give a guy a break?
You want forgiveness? Get religion.
Your religion.
What's going on?
It's Brock, sir. Edward Brock Jr.
That's how you should answer the phone at Party City.
Hunter, I genuinely thought, I really thought Hunter right then was going, bum, 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 like the start of The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh god.
Just had to slip it in.
Okay, that movie's not bad. That movie's got some good scenes.
I changed my
shit.
text tone to the
I like
black
when Electro
suit
has the
theme.
comb over. Oh,
I
that's
cha-
badass.
I changed my I changed it to that, and then I was on call last night, so I had my phone on sound, so I was just washing my hands at like the kitchen at work, and I was talking to a friend, and then out of nowhere my phone just goes off really loud and just goes. I was just there like,
See now here's the thing about setting a ringtone. You always set it to like something funny, and then the second it goes
You
off, you
don't
get
want it.
embarrassed in public.
Yeah.
Right? So my ringtone for most people is "Who Can It Be Now" by Men at Work. So just blast
Whoa.
right?
Men at
But, like-
work, you really do love Australia.
Oh, I love Australia, man. I know everything about Australia, upside down people. But so like when I said it, I was like, oh, that's a great $1.29 purchase. But every time it goes off in public, like I immediately silence it because I'm like, what the fuck?
my phone is never on sound unless it's important.
Yeah,
I
it's
never
never
had
on
my
sound
phone
for
on
me.
sound.
Really? I have mine on
Yeah,
sound
no.
as long as I'm not at work.
I don't
The
even
best-
have like notifications for anything. Like I'll see a thing if I check the thing.
The best notification sound I ever had it set to though was the Arkham Asylum door opening sound, the bum ba-dum bum. That went
It's
off.
Harry Potter. Bum, ba-da, ba, bum,
But I'll never forget. I wasn't allowed.
Best Snape impression, go.
You raised him like a
Sorry, I'm
pig
laughing.
for slaughter.
Mr. Potter.
But no, I'll never forget that the text tone went off, and I can't talk. I'm just trying to finish this fucking story.
Go
and I can't.
ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
That sound went off in the
Against
lounge, and
the
I kid you not, a
dark
kid
arts.
from across the lounge turned around and looked at me and goes, "Is that?" And I go, "Yeah, Arkham Asylum." He goes, "You just unlocked memories I forgot I had."
my dad's ringtone when he calls me is, you remember that scene in Joker when he shoots Murray and it goes,
When he
really?
shoots Murray.
When he shoots Murray and then it's like the technical difficulties that do 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 do. That's my ringtone for my dad. So whenever he calls me, that goes off.
My
Bro,
dad is
mine
the
is so-
reason
mine is
why
so-
that comforter's on this bed right now. You want to see? Here's the thing with my dad. He did my laundry, and he was being nice. He was being nice and did my laundry. But I have bright red sheets.
I think he secretly hates you.
But I
Yes, but that's a story for a different day.
I have bright red sheets and a white comforter. He put them in together, and so now the white
Oh,
side
you
of
went
the
full Spider-Man too. It's all pink now.
I don't care. I've never separated like my colors for my washing. I don't care. Like,
Well, now
if
my
I have a white shirt that turns pink, who gives a fuck?
now my comforter's pink.
Yeah,
and,
who cares?
And I'm just like, you didn't.
Men
think
can
to
like
separate
pink,
them?
Sean. Jesus Christ!
Sean,
It's not that I like a
Sean, ladies weren't coming
pristine-
over anyway.
my
All right,
God.
this is no worry.
Someone's projecting their insecurities. Just saying.
It's okay, Sean. It's okay. You know what?
Sean, look at your
you know what
head.
sounds
Your head
nice?
actually looks like it's photoshopped at all times. Like you look like Rogue One Tarkin. Like
Sean kind of looks like a Lego guy that like just pops his hair off and pops it back on every day.
My neck is very long.
Sean looks like he's constantly being played by Chris Pratt in makeup. He doesn't look like a real human. Look at him. Look at his.
He has prosthetic makeup on.
He's like Jared Leto in that fucking Gucci movie or whatever.
Just drink the pain away.
What are you drinking?
Chocolate beer.
Apple juice.
Coors Light or
Dude, I have
something?
11.
Ginger ale.
Okay. Hershey's and like Youngins or something made a chocolate.
Youngins?
beer. I don't know what it's called.
All right,
but it
James
starts with a
Franco.
Y.
No youngins.
James Franco if he's from Alabama.
But I went into the supermarket and I was like, I just wanted to buy one of them to try because it was just the curiosity thing. I'm like, chocolate beer, Hershey's. And so I went to the counter and the guy was like, oh, see, no, that you have to select 10 to get just like them individually. And I was like, I don't want to pick out 10. I got things to do. So I grabbed a case because that's the bright idea to do.
Mistake.
It's the most disgusting thing I've ever had. It has a really bad beer taste, and then the chocolate is the aftertaste, and it's like really bad. And now I have 11 of them that I'm like, can somebody please take these off my hands?
Just drink all 11. I'll drink all 11 in one night and watch Iron Man 2. That's like a good Saturday.
Yeah, that's the only way I would get through any of the Iron Man films because like they're just
Any of them. Whoa.
Even one?
We
No,
can't even
not
see
one.
Harper's impression because he put on a background. So
Yeah.
I just have a sad face on.
we just see
Yeah,
like
we
his
can't see it. All I
forehead
see
and
is-
cheeks. Yeah.
But to
Minecraft,
answer
what the hell
tonight's is Sam Adams. I believe it's called Cold Snap. It's one of their seasonal ones.
Oh God, this is worse, Harper. This is worse.
Fuck, that hurts my eyes. Jesus Christ.
Can you just
It
make a
feels
normal
so
background?
bad for YouTube watchers.
Yeah.
Oh God.
This is only YouTube watchers.
Yeah, this is
Timmy's
just
is only
YouTube.
on YouTube.
Oh, well, that's even better.
There we go. The
that's
greatest
right.
poster in cinematic history. Martin
Good
Scorsese
Lord.
said that.
You know,
cinema.
it's not bad. It's just that one shark.
No, it is. No,
It's pretty bad.
What do you
It's
mean?
pretty
It's
bad.
all. Look at the Hunter.
Fish
Look at
are
this shark
friends,
here.
not
Hunter, look at this
food.
shark
Yeah.
here. It's a 3D model of this shark here, but like reversed and colored differently.
Yeah,
and
no,
slightly
I'm
tilted.
saying the sharks
It
are
is-
bad, but I think the idea for the
The sharks are like 90% of the poster. Look at that
It's a-
turtle.
it's a
Look
pretty
at
bad
this
poster.
fucking turtle
I
here. What's
think
he
Jason
doing?
Momoa's pose is pretty cool. Okay.
He's like
I-
shitting on a rock at the
Right?
bottom of the ocean.
Here
It's
we
the
go.
worst thing I've ever
I have a
seen.
hit it,
poster of
Harper,
that,
hit
but
it.
I have a poster of that, but in Lego form because they were handing it out at Comic-Con.
There we go. I want someone to Photoshop all the sharks around Hunter right there because that would look cool.
No, move this. Move
That's the
this.
thumbnail.
There.
Do-do-do-do.
I'm actually pretty jealous of okay, bye Harper.
Sean,
I'm pretty jealous of
not-
Harper because he didn't officially join our reading challenge. So Harper gets to read comics for fun. Well, Sean, JD, and I
Wait,
are
wait, what do you
I
guys-
never
are you-
officially joined it either.
Wait, are you not reading comics for fun? I'm still reading for fun.
I mean, but now I'm forcing myself to.
I love.
See,
yeah,
you're gonna
exactly.
get burned out by like January 30th. Like that's a problem. I'm just reading what I would have read. I just
Oh,
read
yeah.
a lot because I'm built different.
For
we're
context, we're doing a comic reading challenge.
And
For
$100
some of
on
you,
the
you
line.
might not know.
If you don't
Like,
follow
it's
Hunter on
actually-
Instagram and you miss his post, we're doing
it
a
just
reading
sounds
challenge.
unenjoyable.
It's
I
not
mean-
unenjoyable. Like it's not even really a competition because I'm gonna
It
win.
is, though.
But
It is.
is it though?
It's not, but it is.
Oh, I read Task Force Z. That's another issue.
You know what, Sean? I read this week's Task Force Z like this morning, and I was like, damn, this is good.
this past issue was cool, but the first two were kind of like, eh. But the ending was like, whoa,
Peter
the
Griffin in
person
that.
behind Task Force Z is Two-Face? What?
Yeah.
Spoiler, bro. Like
Yeah,
You're
dude.
not
Come
gonna
on,
read
Sean.
it.
The Z stands for zombie. They don't want you to know that.
But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I love sending in Hunter's like, what's the last thing you read? And I'm like, this is gonna be the best
Milk Wars.
comparison.
Milk
Milk Wars.
Well, even Sean, you're
Yeah.
so against me asking you those questions because let me just go to the message.
Sean is great.
When Sean go,
I just
JD.
love
Sean,
messing
Sean
with
is
you.
great because I'll be like, oh man, All Star Batman and Robin the Boy Wonder is like the worst thing I've ever read. And he's like, I'm interested. And I'm like, why would you be interested?
I guess
Sean
that's
is
wrong.
so
But you can see
aggressive.
Sean's short replies there. So I explain, hey man, I'm doing this thing. Suppose just let me know how many issues you read and what was the last thing you read. He replies, why? Go.
Yeah.
Because I'm making
Whenever
a post
he's
on
upset,
it. He replies,
he's so
why?
short. He's just like, no.
You just
Why?
reply why again.
Stop.
I'm just like, why not, Sean? And then you go, let me check my spreadsheet.
I have-
He's so like constantly like on.
I have a
so
spreadsheet.
angry.
Everything.
You're so angry
Sean,
about it though.
No one cares enough about you to like.
I
cancel you.
love you, Sean.
Fine.
I read Invincible Compendium 3 in 3 days, and now my life is empty. I can't believe I finished the book. Like,
Yeah, now as soon
I
as you
feel
finish,
empty inside.
you
I feel
get to
dead
that last
inside.
page and you see that
That
last
last
line.
page hit. The last line hits.
Yeah, and you're just
But-
like, now what do I do?
I just love the comparison. Hunter, the Avengers, Tyler, Adam Strange, JD, Invincible, me, Milk Wars. I thought for 3 years that the weirdest comic book event I would ever read would be about a giant bat demon who plunges the multiverse into a dark
No.
dimension.
Wasn't
with
Milk
a
Wars like
screeching note.
2017?
That's
Yeah,
like
it's
recent. Yeah,
2017.
that's recent.
Yeah, I said 3 years.
Yeah.
So,
It's
Sean's
ages
actually going to beat us
now.
all reading every Archie and Betty Veronica book ever made.
but then I read Milk Wars and I was like, oh, so metal doesn't even compare to this. I have
But
no
Metal's
idea
also
what I read.
Shit, like
Metal's so
sucks
ass. I can't
ass.
wait for Metal 3 because I know it's happening.
I guarantee
It's
it
not
will happen.
happening.
I think it will happen.
No, because they love to say like Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's last tour of DC.
Oh, they
And
said
it's
it like
cool.
10 times. Yeah.
It's like a Metallica concert, right? They have like their going away tour, and then they have their
That is
comeback
I
tour,
think
and then
that
their
is literally
retirement
the
tour. Like
joke being
they have like a
going
retirement tour every like 3 years. It's gonna be Capullo. It's nice.
Same with Elton John. I think he's had like a few where it's like, oh yeah, this is the last one. and
Farewell
then
tour, yeah.
There'll be another one.
Bullshit.
I mean, to
He's-
be fair, I think COVID impacted that too. But
It
you
did
know.
because he said he already did his Australia leg of the tour, and then he's like, I might bloody
Coming
pop
back.
down and go do another leg of Australia, and I was like, please do. I'll pay $500 for a ticket. Who cares?
Yeah, his tickets are expensive.
Yeah, well, he's Sir Elton John. He's
I know.
knighted.
Harper,
I know.
Harper, what's the best concert you ever been to?
Oh wow, that's actually a really good question.
He's gonna say
See, I
the
feel like I'm
Wiggles.
biased. I feel like I'm biased when I say Passenger because he's like my favorite. But like in terms of like just raw energy,
Kanye.
Foo Fighters and Tenacious D was just like insane because Tenacious D were the support, and then Foo Fighters came out, and it was unbelievable. I got to see Linkin Park before Chester died, obviously, and
No
that
shit.
I'm gonna hold that with me for the rest of my life because
That's
that Linkin Park were my childhood. Like when you guys were talking about ringtones before, I was like, man, the only times I've ever had a ringtone was when I was a kid and I had like Bleeded Out by Linkin Park. So like I get a phone call and be like, and it's like just loud as fuck. Jesus Christ. I saw a couple Australian bands in my small town. It's funny. I went to the cricket the other night. I went and saw the cricket. You know, cricket guys.
Yeah, Australian.
I went
Baseball?
to the cricket, and one of the bands that I saw at a concert a couple years ago was playing, so I got to see them for free.
Harper,
What?
just say cricket. Why are you saying the cricket?
Because I went to the cricket. That's what people say.
I played cricket
one
when I
says-
lived in Australia, and we just say
Yeah, I
cricket.
lived here for 24 fucking years. You absolute Canada
No, but
reject.
like, did you play cricket?
No one. What? Yes.
And you called it the cricket?
When people go to the cricket, they say the cricket. Cricket is the name of the game. But
Can
if
you
you're
explain
going
it in
to the
American
game,
terms? Is it
You're
like
saying
going to a
like if
baseball?
JD
Hunter,
Is
if
it
I
like
say
going to a
he-
baseball stadium? Like, is this what I'm understanding?
yeah, but like Hunter, if I said to you, I'm going to cricket, that is the weirdest phrase. I could be going to play it. I could be going to see
I'm
it.
gonna go watch
If I'm
cricket.
saying I'm going to the cricket, like I'm going to the match,
To
like
the
I'm going to
stadium,
the
to
baseball
the-
game.
Yeah, that's like
I'm going
JD
to the
for
stadium.
you. That's like saying I'm going to the baseball. It's weird, right? It's
But
weird.
it's
is
weird.
weird.
It's also weird to say I'm going to baseball. What does
I'm going
that
to
mean?
the
That means
baseball
nothing.
stadium?
Yeah, at least if I say I'm going to the cricket, you go, oh, well, it's probably the
Take
game that's
me
being
out
played
to
today.
the ball
Sean, shut the
Bitch.
fuck up.
Man, you're
Also,
getting-
like if
you're
I go and
getting
see
angry.
if I go and see a football match, Hunter, I don't say
Football means
I'm
soccer
going,
for
I'm
you
going
Americans.
to football. If I say I'm going to football, it sounds like I'm going to play a match or I'm doing footy training. But if I say I'm going to the footy,
Footy training?
like straight up, you fucking idiot.
What?
You're
No,
an
I know
idiot.
that sounds bad.
You're so stupid.
No, but like we say,
Me when
I'm
I didn't
going,
give Spider-Man No Way Home a 10 out of 10.
we say I'm going to the hockey game. That means you're
Yeah,
going to go
that's
watch.
exactly. You're going to the hockey game. Your sticking point is the. You just
Yeah.
agreed with me. You fucking
No,
idiot.
but we say game after, not I'm going to
So,
the hockey.
JD,
game.
what
Okay, I'm going
concerts
to the
have you
cricket
seen?
game. I
I've
just
never
cut
been
the
to a
word off.
concert,
You
actually. I
fucking-
really want to go to
Oh.
one.
Your problem isn't the game. Your problem was the. If I say I'm going to cricket game, yes, that sounds idiotic. I'm going to the cricket
Fast
game.
forward
I'm
10
going
Fun
to
seconds.
the
fact,
Fast
this
forward
is
10
a-
seconds. Fast forward 10
This is a
seconds.
leak of the Batman. This is a conversation that Batman and the
As
Riddler
with Riddler.
have.
Hunter, have you been to any
Such an
concerts?
He went to he loves one band. Wait, I know what it's called.
You got
Giant,
this, man. You
Giant
got this.
something.
Oh,
Young
you're
Giant.
so close. You're so close.
Young
Come
Young
on.
Giant, right?
Y'all go. You're missing a word in between.
Young
might
the
be
Giant.
giants.
Boom.
Oh.
The.
You got
It's an important word, Harper. The is
got
an
it.
important word.
Yeah, I saw them twice and it was pretty cool.
I know you love that band. I remember that.
So
I was-
Bon Jovi.
Oh my
I would-
God,
I would watch a Bon Jovi.
I had
concert.
one of the best concert experiences at Billy Joel.
I want to see Billy Joel so
Billy
bad.
Joel's amazing. Like
MSG,
that's
right? At MSG.
Yeah, yep,
Yeah,
yep.
I
I
wanna
saw
go so
I
bad.
saw him twice, and the second time I went, like, so at one point, like a lot of his concerts, from what I understand, they mostly like repeat. But at one point in the second time I saw him, he does this part where he'll pause. What the heck? Why is it bloody?
Court of Owls is Among Us.
All right,
Among Us.
You can go on.
anyway, but what?
I don't have a
Anyway,
mask to put on.
I'm trying to like say the story. So at one point he'll like let this he'll usually let like another musician take over and sing for a little bit. Like he has this guy who does both opera and like hard rock and roll, like high level screaming. But at one point he stops and I'm like, oh, okay, so the opera guy's gonna take over because he plays the guitar. And he goes, all right, ladies and gentlemen, John Bon Jovi. And Bon Jovi
shit.
came out and he was playing with Billy Joel. And I was like, oh my God, this
That's
just
awesome.
happened.
That's
So
awesome.
Billy Joel is definitely one. I feel like if you're in New York or you're like on Long Island,
That's
you
one,
gotta
right?
go.
Like as a
Well,
New Yorker, I gotta
You
go.
gotta go.
But like, didn't he have to bring out another singer because he needed his second wind?
He can't hit like the high notes anymore. I think.
No,
Why
he
did
can't-
it-
not
Sean,
always,
thank you,
but there was
Sean, like-
there was one time that he sang Innocent Man. I forget which one I think it was the first concert time I saw him, and he hit that high note, the
Oh really?
whatever
Yes,
it is.
I know what you're talking about,
Yeah,
Sean.
yeah.
No, hit the whole thing, Sean.
No, I can't.
Can you play?
I
My-
was supposed to
can you
see
my
My
chorus
Chemical
days are
Romance,
over.
but it got pushed.
What'd you say?
I was gonna go see My Chemical Romance, but the concert got pushed an entire year.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
I
Well,
know.
just a year. Well, here we are having Morbius being pushed 2 years.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
the
Morbius
original-
has 4 different release dates. That's nuts.
Did you know
Yeah.
the original teaser came
was
out
like-
first week of January 2020?
Yeah.
We're in 2022
In a
now.
pre-COVID world.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh
Or
my
pre-
god.
Dude, COVID's almost gone on for 2 years.
Yo, during that time, since the first Morbius teaser, they made a Spider-Man movie. Like they filmed it, they edited, they shot. They made a full Spider-Man movie. And
Yeah, but
released it.
Morbius is the greatest Spider-Man character of all time. He's actually surpassed Spider-Man's popularity.
I can't believe that. I seriously cannot believe that.
I can't believe that he appears in Amazing Spider-Man 101. I read his first appearance. He is
How
a
was it?
legend.
What was his
It's-
first line?
I don't even remember. That's gonna be my quiz
JD
question.
from the Amazing Spider-Man 101. What is
Spider-Man
Morbius's first
Spider-Man has
line?
6 arms in that issue. It's really weird.
I have a
It's right
great
after
idea
Stan
for
Lee
this
left the
quiz.
book. Like Roy Thomas took over as the writer. Stan's like only the editor. at that
Oh,
point.
Roy Thomas.
Yeah.
He did some Doctor Strange.
Have you guys ever gone to a comedy show?
I want to so bad. Sebastian,
got
I
it.
gotta see him.
Have I?
Sebastian Stan.
No, Sebastian. Are you stupid?
Sebastian.
I've seen Bill Burr and I've seen Bill Burr twice and Jim Jeffries once, and I went to a meet and greet with Jim Jeffries.
Nice.
And yeah, I went.
You could have just met me, and it's basically the same fucking person.
Well, the thing, it was actually really cool because like I blew like I think a month
you
and a
blew
half.
him, bro. What the fuck?
No. Oh my
What
God.
the fuck? Yo, Sean, call it, bro.
I was
God damn.
saying I blew a month and a half's wages from Party City to get those tickets and like the meet and greet. And so my dad is the one who like, you know, is responsible for me being a nerd, introducing me to comedy. Like here's how my dad was, you know, growing up. I was like 13, 14. And my dad just wants like company with like the things he watches because nobody else watches the stuff he does. And
This is
so,
gonna be me when I have children, by the way.
Yeah.
We had a son.
and so he'll just be like, "Come on,
Edward Brock Jr.
come on, I want to show you something." And so at like 13, 14, he shows me Jim Jeffries. And like I remember like we went to see Jim Jeffries. It was like a full circle moment. I'm like, "Hey, you introduced me to comedy with him. Let's meet him," you know? And so we get to meet him. And my dad is super awkward around celebrities. Anytime we've gone to Comic-Con for like a signing or whatever.
Oh God,
he's
my
just-
dad is too.
He's just kind of like,
Bob Murray.
and so that's what happens with Jim Jeffries. We get there. I'm like, "Hey, nice to meet you." And then my dad's just there like, "Nice to meet you." And then I'm just like, "All right, clearly I'm doing the talking here." And so I go, "All right, so hi, yeah, I'm Sean, and this is my dad, and you're actually the first comedian that he ever showed me." And he goes, "Oh, really? How old were you?" I go, "Oh, 14. He goes, 14. Geez, I'm fucking old. And I go, and so we take the photo, and then he goes, "Wait, how old are you now?" And I go, 18. So it was only 4 years ago. And then he turns to me and he has a beer in his hand and he goes, 18. Have a beer. And I'm just there like, nah, that's all right. Cause I had the thing of people sharing drinks and everything. He goes, no, really have a beer. And my dad's just there again, just and then I'm like, no, not really, that's okay. And then he takes the beer, clasps it in my hands, he goes, "It's okay, no one's going to stop you." I looked at it for like a good 3 seconds and I'm like, "That's really okay, but I appreciate it." He goes,
Story time.
Right.
Story time. I was peer pressured by a celebrity.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're lucky you didn't meet James Franco. Your dad would have been fucking useless, bro.
But Jim Jeffries just goes, "You could have said that Jim Jeffries gave you your first beer." And then there was a security guard right next to us. He goes, "In front of a security guard." And I go, "Yes, I could have. Well, love the show. Have a good night." And that
And your dad was still like,
my dad was just the whole time just like,
Hunter, how was Bob around celebrities?
He just doesn't know what to say. Well, he did
Like when you guys met Stan Lee, was he like just?
No, he was for that. It's very fast for Stan Lee, so he was just like, "Hey, I love your work."
Stan?
It's like, "I love your work," kind of thing, and that was it. It's Michael
you fucking
Rooker.
cucks.
Somehow Stan Lee has returned.
"Oh God."
When it was around the time, it was just after the first Guardians movie, and we met Michael Rooker, and he goes over to him and goes, "Have you filmed the second one yet?" There wasn't even a second one announced, I don't think. And I'm like, "Dad, no."
Your dad actually works for CBR. He was trying to get a.
And then he goes,
fucked.
I remember this so well. And then my dad goes, "Oh, are you coming back to Walking Dead?" I'm like, "He's not." Like,
Yeah,
he's not on that show anymore.
Oh my God.
So yeah,
Fucking
he
dead,
just
bro.
he just becomes like a
Michael Rooker kind of seems like a crazy guy to be around. Like bad crazy.
Has Drew ever told you the story of when he met?
Yeah,
Michael
he
Rooker?
told me about that. It's a little crazy.
Yeah, a little bit.
He seems like a fun guy to talk to, though.
I feel like I'm awkward with celebrities in general. I said the story on the podcast. I met Charlie Cox. And I just did I say that story?
I
don't
think
know,
you have.
so.
You didn't you like see him from afar or something?
Yeah,
yeah, like you're an idiot.
Mhm.
I forget that I've met Charlie Cox. because I
Probably had
saw
a better
him.
Wait,
experience
what'd
than
you do,
me.
Hunter? Did you like think he was blind or something?
No, he was at a comic convention and I couldn't afford to like go and do like a meeting for him. So I went to his panel and everything. But my girlfriend and I were walking by and he was like signing some stuff. And I'm just like, should I just say hi? And my girlfriend's like, yeah, just do it. So I yelled over and like, Charlie Cox. And he looked over and smiled and waved and I froze. I didn't know what to do. So I just stood there like,
He's a really good lawyer, and you blew it.
I know. I just stared at him for like 3 seconds, and he just kind of goes like, and then goes back to signing. And I didn't say anything. I wasn't even
the
smiling.
secondhand
I don't think.
embarrassment. It hurts. It hurts Harper.
I just stared at him. I stared him down, and yeah.
All right, Harper, put yourself in Hunter's shoes. What would you have done when Charlie turned and
Well,
waved?
then a brick was thrown at me. He didn't even catch it.
Oh my God, he's not that good of a lawyer.
The funny thing is that I like have crippling social anxiety, but when it comes to moments like that, I'm just an excellent bullshit artist when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I would absolutely be able to like blitz my way through it and pretend like I was super confident.
Like wave to him. Yeah, I couldn't.
Wave.
I couldn't have a more awkward encounter than the first time I ever met a celebrity. So once I got through that, like the first time I met a celebrity was a photo op at Comic-Con with Matt Smith and Jenna Coleman from Doctor Who. And so like I've never met a celebrity at that point. It was 2016. And I was like, all right, I was like going in with a game plan. I'm like, all right, you're going to be cool. You're going to shake both their hands, take a photo and get out of there. That's your plan. And so I start to see him through the curtain, and Stan Lee was in the other curtain. I got to see Stan Lee through the curtain, but I never met him. And so,
and so who's this kid that's staring at Stan? It's Bronx.
The widest eye, like
no. It was just one of those things like, oh, hey, he's in the other room. Okay, cool. But then so now I'm online, and now I get to the point where you can actually see like Matt Smith and Jenna Coleman. And so I'm just there. I feel it coming up, like the excitement, and I'm like, no. We're gonna be cool. We're gonna be calm. And so I go shake their hands, photo, out of there. I get in there, and I immediately Jenna Coleman's the first one to greet me. So I go, hi, I'm Sean. Nice to meet you. And she goes, fist bump. My entire confidence is shattered.
Awkward
and
comfortable.
I'm just there like, yeah, fist bump. And so Matt Smith now sees me dying. And he just goes, he comes over, he goes, yeah, man, fist bump, blow it up. And I'm just there like,
oh God.
And I'm just there like, okay. And then I go, all right, we're going to take the photo. I'm going to get out of there. I'm now standing there all nice and like simple, just, smiling photo. And then before the camera goes off, they both go, and striker pose. And they do one of these things. And I'm just there like, I kid you not. The photo that was captured is me like awkwardly putting my hand out for a handshake as I try to replicate what they're doing, and the hat is like covering my eye line, but that you can't get worse than that. So now I talk to celebrities like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, meanwhile Hunter was like to Kevin Conroy like,
Kevin Conroy's a good guy to talk to.
I forgot about that.
That was a bad one, Hunter. I remember that one. That was a bad one.
Man, I forgot I met him.
When I met Kevin Conroy, all I said was, I was just like, hey, how you doing? And he goes, I'm good. It was like the first day of Comic-Con that year. And I go, this is all pretty nuts, isn't it? And he goes, oh yeah, but I love it. I was like, all right, well, thanks.
Want to get nuts?
What did you do, Hunter? What did you do?
I went to his panel and I wanted to ask him a question.
Oh no.
I hate it.
I get it.
Were you one of those guys who asked for an autograph by asking a question?
All right, if I'm not mistaken, didn't you ask him about Dark Knight's medal?
Yeah. Oh,
you're
He's got any idea?
And he has like no idea what it is, and you ask him like, "What would the Batman who laughs laugh be like?" And he just started.
Not the laugh, the voice.
Oh yeah, and it was really uncomfortable, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
didn't. Is there not video of this? Because I feel like I remember.
There is a video. There's a video out there. Yeah.
Very uncomfortable.
What?
Yep.
What year was it? I'm gonna find it.
It was right when Metal came out.
So 2017.
I remember it was just coming out, and I explained.
Don't you have this video, Hunter? Because I feel like I've seen it before.
I think I did, probably somewhere. I haven't watched any. I refuse. Like I get all sweaty
it's uncomfortable. Yeah.
But yeah, I essentially said I explained Metal to him. Like, there's this character that's like, what if Batman became like the Joker?
Where
What would
was
he
it? Where was it? Where was
It was
the-
at a
where
comic
was the-
convention. Yeah, Edmonton Expo.
New York?
No, Edmonton.
Edmonton. Perfect.
Yeah. Oh no. But I essentially said like, well, there's a video that my girlfriend took. I don't know if it's like online or anything, but yeah, I said, what would the Batman laugh
Poor
sound like?
sucker
And
asks
right after I did my whole explanation,
dumb
I
comic
like,
book
made,
question.
yeah, and I'm just like, he's just like, well, you know, Killing Joke is a movie that I recorded for pretty recently. That should be coming out pretty soon. And at the end of that movie, I do a little laugh, and then he does the laugh, and I was like, okay, thank you.
Oh my god.
Well, it was pretty awkward when you went up to him and you're like, "Hi, Kevin."
You can't. Everyone who's met a celebrity probably has awkward story. I met Jim Lee, and I was dressed as Spider-Man at the time, and he just was like, "How the hell do you go to the bathroom in that?" I'm like, "I like your work."
When's DC Universe coming to Canada?
Yeah,
Very soon.
I met Elijah Wood, and who plays
that's
Frodo
cool.
in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And I went to do a picture with a friend, and we decided we had the ring, and we're just like, let's hold it up and let's pose with it. And my friend's just like, okay, we're just gonna smile. Let's not like do a pose or anything. Let's hold the ring and we'll all smile. So we went over to Elijah Wood, and we explained like, hey, can you hold this ring? And we're all just gonna look at the camera and smile. Right? And he's just like, how about we look at the ring and smile? So we're like, okay. So then we all look at the ring. I smile. They don't smile. They are all serious, like they're in the movie. So the picture's like an awkward picture of my friend and Elijah Wood, like dramatically looking at the ring, and I'm just like smiling. Very, very awkward.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I'll send the picture to you guys. Because
When I met Neil Adams, I was literally just looking at his booth, and then he goes a Prince $50, and I was like, I was just looking, man.
Oh yeah,
my God.
Neil Adams charges a lot.
Neil Adams is kind of a dick.
Here, you kind of see it there. Here, I posted in the chat if you guys want to look at it. Your cameras might be better than mine.
Awkward.
I got a new camera for Christmas. That's why we have the wide angle here.
It's a picture I can't stand. Yeah. It's awkward.
That's so good.
Awkward.
That's a pretty good photo.
Yeah, but
Hunter, your neck looks like a giraffe there.
I
Holy
know.
shit.
It's I don't like it. I don't like it.
I feel your pain on that.
I met Stanley twice, and they were both good times. So that's
good.
good. I don't cringe over that. I met Zachary Levi. It was good. I met Jason Momoa. It was really good. His handshake was very soft. I didn't expect that. I went to shake his hand, and I thought he'd break it, but it was very like soft.
When I met Pete Tomasi, it was like really awkward because I'm like looking at the stuff, like he signed something for me, and then I'm like looking at, like, it was like an omnibus for Batman and Robin, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a great run, as if he doesn't know it's a great run. And he kind of just looks at me and he's like, yeah, omnibus is whatever amount it was, and I was like, oh, I didn't want to buy it. I just think it's a great run. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna go now. It was very uncomfortable.
I buy that
Very,
omnibus.
very uncomfortable.
No, there are so many like weird Comic Con stories I have. One of them was meeting Mark Shepard, and meeting him wasn't weird, but the person behind me online was a taxidermist, and she
God.
has 2 stuffed animals with her that she
God.
plans
What?
to have Mark Shepard take photos with. And so she starts a conversation with me because I'm dressed up as Dean Winchester from Supernatural. And
Nice.
she goes, you're dressed as Dean, right? And I go, yeah. And then I kid you not, she hands me a photo album. And she goes, page 8. And I'm just like, okay. It's just a photo album of like taxidermist animals dressed as different characters.
Oh God.
From,
What
like-
the fuck?
That's
now- so I'm just like, all right, hand it back. And she goes, you can look at it more. I'm like, that's all right. Thank you,
Good.
though. I give it back. So then I go to take the photo of Mark Shepard. And he recognized me from the panel because I had asked a question. And so he goes, oh, it's you again. And then he goes, all right, let's take a photo. And we go to take the photo. And he's shorter than I am. And he put his arm over me. And so it was like kind of, it just felt awkward. And so I nonchalantly knocked his arm off of me and put my arm over.
Oh, you can't do that to Crowley, bro. What are you doing?
Oh, he was great about it because then he immediately takes a step back and goes, no, you don't get to go over. You're not that tall. And we both just busted out laughing for like a good minute. And then he goes, all right, let's take the photo. We take the photo, and then he's like, all right, well, it's good seeing you again. Have a good day. And I go, you too. Good luck, because I knew the taxidermist was next, and then I got out of there.
Oh my god! Do you think in his head he's like, wonder what? And then like 5 minutes later, he was just like,
That kid was fucking right.
But I'll never forget the taxidermist saying to me, she goes, yeah, you know, some cons like ban taxidermist animals because people think they're weird or creepy. And
They are weird and creepy.
I was just there like,
it's like,
no. Not at all.
Do you know how many times I've had the opportunity to meet like Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Taylor and stuff, and I've just haven't done
Dude, go meet Tom Taylor, you
Tom
coward.
Taylor,
it.
yeah.
It's so cheap.
Tom
Taylor
would
is
be
so cheap.
cool.
Go meet Tom Taylor, you coward.
Yeah.
Get Nightwing signed and ship it to me, you dickhead.
I'm
Well,
gonna
speaking
say,
of-
I'd do that.
Speaking of that, real quick, I was at a convention and Dexter Stoy was there, and he had a bunch of books up, and I was there and I was looking at his Red Hood trade, Red Hood and the Outlaws. He's an artist, and I'm just like,
Yes.
oh,
Red Hood and the Outlaws?
Sean comes
Oh,
bursting
no.
below like the Kool-Aid man.
Rebirth.
no.
Oh yeah.
It was the
What
Rebirth
is
run.
the phone number on the billboard?
Red Arse.
Fucking got him.
He literally went
Fucking
like,
got him.
do you want to buy it? And I already owned it, but I was like, yeah. So I bought it and I shipped it to JD.
Nice.
That,
Nice.
do you
It's
remember
still
that?
on my shelf to this day.
A nice fucking guy.
It's
bro.
still never been opened on my shelf. No, I'm joking.
Also because I didn't know what to say for some reason when he's just like, oh yeah, I did that. Do you want to buy it? I'm like, yeah.
When I went to the Comic-Con, Tom King and Clay Mann were setting up their booth and they were gonna do like signatures and stuff. And I was like, oh, awesome. Like I literally was watching them set up. So I'm like, I'm gonna be first in line. I'm like in front of their booth, like grabbing my backpack, trying to get like my comics out. And I pull out my comics, right? And I'm like standing right in front of the booth, and Tom King just goes like this. And I looked to my left, and there's just a big ass line of people, and I was like, oh.
You're just
Awkward.
awkwardly watching them.
Yep. It was so uncomfortable. Like Tom King was literally like a Looney Tunes character, like ding, ding, ding.
I very
Yeah.
nearly went to go and meet Troy Baker because I was like, I'll be the one motherfucker that meets
Arkham
him.
Origins,
And-
baby.
And I'll meet him and I'll be like, look, most people know you from like The Last of Us, or
yeah.
like as the Joker, but like I know you as Matt Baker from Brothers in Arms. I'll be like the only motherfucker who even knows what that series is. It's his first video game role. Fun fact.
One of my best cons
Roger
was
Matt.
meeting Troy Baker, Nolan North, and Tara Strong, and getting them to sign all my Arkham City lithographs that I had, and I built like a whole
Shrine.
frame thing for them. Like I took
He
Matt,
only has a shrine for Black Cat.
I took a mat board, I cut out like 6 sections, and I put like their names and stuff in it. It was a really cool display. I want to get like professionally framed though, because I worked a framing job for a while and I realized that like everything I did was bad. And so
Yeah, why
like,
don't you have that? You have like so much wall space over there. Why don't you have that up?
well, I'm on campus, and so there's a rule you can't have more than 10% of your walls covered.
Oh,
And
God,
also
that's-
because we're at the university, I don't want to bring anything like autographed or anything in here in case a pipe bursts or anything. And so because that's happened before. When Ida hit the campus, we got destroyed.
Oh, speaking of autographed, oh my God, I just submitted something to CGC Comics today. I
Yeah, what
know.
did you
I,
submit?
George Perez.
I swore George Perez. He's doing a signing. I resubmitted my first Nightwing. I think that submitting a
Nice.
graded book that you already have graded is stupid,
Yeah.
but
because they
given the
charge you more.
they charge you more, right?
yeah,
it's already
Yeah.
but you keep the
But it-
grade. So
well,
fine.
that's not true. You could actually lose
What?
grade because they
I
break
thought
it
you
open.
can't. I thought when they break it open, if you set in a slab, they just
No, if they
keep the
mess
grade.
it up, it's gonna lose the grade.
Yep.
Why would
That's on
if they
them.
mess it up, then they
My
should pay
my
you
friend
back
Jeremy, he had a
interest.
9.2 on the first Beta Ray bill. His went down to a 9.0 after he got it signed.
Yeah.
What fucking cunts?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And
Do
they
you still
just
have to pay for it?
Yeah.
raised the rates again too.
Fucking hell.
Literally,
CGC, I get that they're like they corner the market, but if you're gonna be a fucking cunt every time and jack up the prices like
just raised their
fucking
prices.
They just
and
raised
then
them.
destroy it. Oh, fuck off.
Well, what's
They
the
raised
pricing?
They literally have like a thing that says like when you say that you're resubmitting it, they say like we accept no responsibility for your book.
Mhm.
If it lowers in grade, that's on you.
Well,
Just
what did
be
they raise
careful.
the price
Do you know
to?
how fucking easy it actually is to just pull it out of the plastic sleeve, put in another one, not fuck it up.
Right.
Like
Try it out.
their job, this is their job, right? They
Let's
pick
try
up
it
a
out.
comic, they go, yep, put in a fucking thing. They're like not even accurate half the time. JD, you had a book with a fucking
I have a
stain
9.8
on the
that
back.
has a big ass stain on the
Yeah,
back.
like fuck off.
But like, what was it?
Great
one
Captain
of,
America display, Hunter. I'm glad that went up.
yeah.
Oh, wait.
One of my
Yeah.
local comic shops like put in like a Something's Killing the Children #1, which is getting huge like
Worth
price
like over
tags these
$1,000
days.
for no
Yeah.
reason.
And he sent it in like 9.8 and it came back as a 9.2 and he could tell they screwed up the corner.
Yep.
And he was
Wow.
pissed about that.
No shit. Of
That's
course
why
you
I
would.
didn't resubmit my Deathstroke that I have it at 9.8 because I'm scared they're gonna fuck it up. But
Yeah.
the Nightwing's
No,
already
keep that.
9.0. So.
Yeah, keep Deathstroke. I mean, that's
But
already
yeah,
worth a ton.
but yeah, this is George Petta has literally said like, I mean, obviously he's got pancreatic cancer, so he said this is my last signing. So I was
Yeah.
like, I have to get it in.
Mhm.
My book's on the way to CGC. I know. I don't want to give them my business, but they
Out
fucking
of
got me.
curiosity, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but how much was that to send the one book in?
75 for a signature.
Remember how much it was for Robert Downey Jr.?
Oh, yeah,
my
it was like
God,
$1,000.
But that at least was going to charity.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
was.
I mean,
it was doing it for the Footprint Coalition stuff.
From what I've heard, the George
Love.
Petta's one like is going to be like everything he makes from this is money left for his family.
For
after
his
he's gone,
family,
so
yeah, as
yeah.
it should be.
I
As it
feel
should
kind
be.
of good about it, you know.
Mhm.
That's good. Yeah. That's
Actually,
good.
what kind of pissed me off about CGC is they have like a custom George Petta's label, like his face is on top.
And you have to
Like,
pay
you've
extra
probably
for
seen
it,
the
right?
Stan Lee one before. Why aren't they donate? It's like an extra $5. All those $5 should be going to like a pancreatic cancer research or something. They're just pocketing it. CGC.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah.
It's literally just to print out a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also actually not even like high quality. It's literally just slightly glossy paper. It's like magazine paper. Like,
Mhm.
wow. What a
But
I
yeah,
honestly, I'm kind of taking a break from CGC for a bit.
I mean,
I wish-
I am too. After this is my last. My books have been there since July. It is now January.
It's January of the next year.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
July,
I'm still-
I submitted them.
I'm still waiting on stuff. I'm waiting on Venom 200 and King in Black #5.
Yeah.
And Naomi. I haven't gotten Naomi back.
Oh, yeah,
The
you
show's
said-
about to start.
Was your Venom one a signature series or no?
No, and so that's the thing because I sent it in June. I didn't know Donnie Cates was going to be at New York Comic Con, but it ended up working out well because I didn't want to deal with. I don't like dealing with CGC at cons. Like I understand that's a good thing to do and everything, and I wish I'd known about sooner. Like there was an autographing that I won a lottery for with Frank Miller, Alex Sinclair, and John Romita Jr. And it was for Superman Year One.
Oh,
And so I got, yeah, but like the thing is, whether it's the good book or not, like my big thing is I'm not going to be a guy who goes to one of those with like a Daredevil Man Without Fear. Like if all three of them are going to be there, I'm going to have them sign the book that they all worked on together. And so I went to a booth and I bought 3 copies of like book 1, book 2, and then another cover because book 3 hadn't come out yet of Superman Year One. And I got them all to sign it like they're at the same signing. Had I been more aware of like CGC, I would have brought somebody with me because that's 3 signatures on one book. And now, like, after I learned about CGC and everything, because remember, I wasn't big into like the collecting. I was just reading. And so when I learned all that, when I was like, oh, really? They're not even, I have like photos, evidence. They go, they're not gonna,
it
doesn't
count.
matter.
They don't
and
care.
I'm like, and
Certificate
even
of
like,
authenticity doesn't mean anything.
yeah, like, and even like I bought, you're gonna make fun of me, but I bought a Black Cat poster by
Is it on your
we know why that was
ceiling?
not on his wall.
J. Scott
Do you
Campbell.
do you go to bed at night and you like,
No, it's still in the
There she
tube.
is.
It's still in the
It's
tube.
J. Scott Campbell, of course.
Oh God!
I
J.
never
Scott
said it
Campbell.
was. I never said it was BlackCat. But anyway,
You literally did.
you
say it was
literally
Black
said
Cat.
I bought a Black Cat poster.
damn, I ruined it. Anyway, I bought that, and then I also bought a Harley Quinn comic because he did a cover for number 75. And so I was like, oh, maybe I'll get this grade. It even has the certificate of authenticity. And then they're like, nope, not gonna accept. I go, there's a certificate of authenticity.
Hunter asked about his Thor.
Mighty
Jane
Thor
Foster.
500. Mhm.
Okay.
Mighty Thor 500 signed by Jason Aaron with the code of like proof that it happened. But I messaged CGC saying, hey, if I send this, will I get the green label? And they basically went like, yup. I'm like, oh man. Okay. Yeah, CGC.
But it's George Perez. I got to do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But like,
that's my last dealing with them for a while because they piss me off constantly.
Yeah, same. Which is why I'm like, honestly, I will buy people that already have it in CGC. I don't know. If
it's worth it to spend the extra money to already have it graded, like Harper.
Dude, yeah, I got War Machine, the first issue of War Machine ever in like a 9.6. It was like $70 or something. Like,
yeah.
If I bought
that's enough to
like
send it
near mint. Yeah, it would have cost me like $200 all around to get it graded and send it to America. Like, why the fuck
you gotta
would
wait
I do
forever?
that?
Like my Flash 110 has literally been in Florida for 7 months.
It's very fun. Like the videos you guys do with the guests, great. That shit is the best thing.
It's great.
But
it sucks waiting 7 months.
I will never do it because I'll buy it off of eBay. I'll buy a 9.8 off of eBay and then get it. Be like, what's it gonna be? Yeah, I know because I bought it off of eBay.
I have a video on my camera roll of when I first submitted the books in July, and it's me like full of hope, being like, this book's gonna be back in October, and this one's gonna be back in December, and now it's January, and I'm just like laying on my floor like, I'll never see those books again.
You know what book I would love to get graded is Daredevil and Black Widow, Abattoir. You know that book I bought a while back.
Oh yeah.
Because they printed it once, and now to buy it new, like I'm gonna look up how much it is now. But when I bought it off a guy for like 20. I think it was $20.
Which one is this?
It's just a one-shot book. It was in like, I think, did Jim Starlin write it?
It's Matt and Natasha. It's just
I think it was Jim Starlin, but it's Daredevil and Black Widow, and it's this really, the art is like really it's like water painting shit almost. Do you remember Love and War? Daredevil Love and War?
So right before Bendis.
It's similar to right before Bendis.
Like that style, like right before Bendis wrote. How it was watercolor.
Yeah. The David Mackey sort of stuff.
Like the Ben Urch story,
Yeah, it's not quite like the David Mack stuff. It's a bit more brutal. But I'm looking at it here, and to get it like, look, this one's got a fine rating, and it's $128 plus.
A fine rating is like a 6.0. That's brutal.
Yeah, exactly. Another one is $144, $21 postage. I bought it brand new in like the fucking like plastic wrap from a guy in Australia for like $25. I was like, I felt bad because I was like, this guy clearly does not realize.
You really are from the land down under where they love to plunder.
Under, yeah, mate, yeah, croc, yeah, get it. We'll go down to the cricket.
My Ringtown, man it whack.
G'day, Charlie. I think the only way you would actually submit to CGC is if you were like visiting one of us in North America. Just like bring some raw comics. And
if I was submitting to CGC, I would almost go, hey, when are you doing a submission? And you go this, and I would send it to you and just pay you.
Honestly, JD, next time you do a submission, let me know.
Well, that's what I did. My current submission, like half of them are Drew's books. And I said, as long as you pay whatever your books are, whatever, I'll send them on my account.
Bro, next time you do it, let me know. Yeah. I only have 2 books. It's the 2 Alpha Flight books I have.
Yeah. I do them all through my local comic shop.
I wish
my shop doesn't do that. Yeah, my shop doesn't do that.
Roy can't even get you a main cover. How's he gonna submit a book for you? Come on now.
Come on, Roy. Come on.
That Daredevil hot toy that I bought, I just found one on eBay that is $1,000 and it's used.
Some variants are good.
It's not even new.
That's just funny.
Mm-hmm. No one finds that insane.
Yeah, but if it was your comic shop owner, Hunter, he would be like, all right, so I sent in the one graded one for you, so now you have to give me 3 more because it's on your pull list now or your submission list.
I saw that you had a lot of this Task Force Z, so I went ahead and submitted the first one for you graded.
Yeah. Now you owe me $60 for
the first appearance, and Hunter would pay it. Hunter would be like, okay.
All right.
First appearance of Zombie Bane.
You can't say the Z word there, Sean.
Oh, sorry. Undead Bane
of Z-Man. Z-Man.
Oh my gosh.
Sean, best impression of Jeff Goldblum.
Life finds a way.
Yep. Hunter,
must go faster. Go faster.
Good.
Sparkle.
Huh?
Happy birthday.
Yeah, sparkle fingers.
It's my birthday.
Hunter, best impression of Bruce Willis.
Oh,
I didn't kill my
wife.
Oh God, I was good. I'm just gonna say
have a few laughs.
I shouldn't have to wear a mask when grocery shopping.
What is that from?
He's
that's right. Right, I remember that. Yes,
Yeah, he was kicked
right,
out of a
that
grocery store because he refused to wear a
He
mask.
wasn't wearing a mask. That's right.
Really?
Fucking
You're Bruce
forgot
Willis. You're
about
worth like
that.
$100 million. You can't have someone do your grocery shopping for you.
Yeah, I don't know. He was at,
Everyone,
like, a
best
grocery
Keanu
store.
Reeves.
Keanu Reeves, very good person.
Whoa.
He donated like 70% of his Matrix earnings to cancer
Yeah,
research.
he does
He
that with like
donated
every-
some
yeah, 'cause
money
his-
to
his
cancer
sister.
research. Cyberpunk in the year 2077. What makes you a
What
criminal?
makes you a hero?
No, a criminal getting caught.
Criminal. Getting
Yeah,
cock.
you see the interview recently where he's like, I actually haven't played Cyberpunk 77. And it's like, but CBR said, or not whatever company made it, Project Rocket, was it?
Project Red.
Project Red? Yeah, whoever made it, they're just like, but they said that you played it day one and you said you loved it. He's like, I've never had a coffee before. Like, God.
At least he was honest. Like, at least he didn't back down and go, yeah, I mean, I did.
Mhm.
I mean,
His interviews are very wholesome, though. Like, did you see the one where he's just like arguing? I forget, Stephen the talk show host, was asking,
Colbert.
like,
Yeah,
he was just like,
Stephen Colbert.
what's a character you want to bring back? He's like, I like to bring John Constantine back. And he's just like, well, why don't do it? He's like, it's not gonna happen. I've tried. Okay, well, it's not gonna. Like, he like argues with Steven, being like, it's not happening.
That is actually not a horrendous movie. It's an average movie. It's just not
The
possible.
best
for
is
2000s
when
comic movies, it's not bad.
the best
Yeah,
is
it's
when
not
the
bad.
devil shows up at the end. When you cut the tendons deep, finger movement just
Pete-
kind of goes out the window. Like
Stormare?
what's his name? Oh, what's the actor's name?
Peter Stormare or Peter Scars? No, not Peter.
Oh, what's
Scars.
his? He was in Prison
Peter
Break. He's
Petty-
been in so many movies.
He's in John Wick Chapter 2. He's the
Peter Pettigrew.
Yeah. He killed a man
Peter
with a
Stormare?
fucking
Is this-
pencil.
yeah Peter Stormare. I was right.
He's
God,
so
what
good. He's so good, and he's only in it for like 3 minutes, and
Oh,
that's
God,
the movie for me. Like he does such a
I'm
good
thinking
job.
I'm back.
Everyone keeps asking me if I'm thinking I'm back. So good.
Pretty good.
I haven't really had it.
Willem
Guns.
Dafoe gets
Lots of
capped in that
guns.
movie, bro.
Good. Willem Dafoe, legend.
Mm.
Best
I
Willem
don't-
Dafoe impression. Go.
Will the Spider-Man come out to play?
You
No,
don't
that's
like me,
Woman's
lobster?
on sabbatical, honey.
You don't like me, lobster. Yeah, I was thinking the
What?
same thing. What?
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 Fuck you around like you're a fucking
No, we're
dog.
not doing. Wait, Hunter, turn your brightness up. We'll do it again.
No, please don't. Please, no. Wait.
Wait.
Are you doing it too?
Please,
Yeah,
no.
just-
Please, no. Please, no.
Oh.
Please, no.
That's right.
I
in your
have
mind.
I have that saved on my computer desktop, and the caption says
Oh,
why.
okay. Now it's
No,
dark
I'm just
mode,
in
Harper.
darkness.
Now we're in Harper's soul.
Harper, are
I
you
don't have
okay?
one. What does that mean?
You look like
Yeah.
we look like we're
Harper-
about to tell scary stories now.
Harper, do your best lizard impression from Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Poor Peter
I was gonna say
Parker.
All alone. He's not alone.
No father, no uncle. Where's his
Oh my
uncle?
God.
Good.
What?
Do your best, Dane DeHaan Green Goblin. I can't think of a single line he says.
Peter.
Yeah.
Peter.
We both said the same thing.
That's all I can think of. It's either that or you're a fraud, Spider-Man.
That was actually good.
That was not bad.
That
Sean
was
kind of
pretty
looks like,
good.
Sean kind of looks like him, but only when he becomes goblin deformed.
When his hair goes.
Felicia, you don't have to clean that up. It's okay.
That's actually,
Bro,
yeah, you're nailing it. That's a nice arm, Peter.
How do you remember all of this?
I was watching deleted scenes the other day because I want what is it? I wanted to see the scene of him and his dad
Him talking to Peter, talking
Yeah.
to Richard in the
because that's
graveyard.
when he gives the with great power.
It's
comes
the
great
best scene in that
responsibility.
movie, and it's not in the movie.
It's not in the movie.
You're making Hunter sad.
Yeah.
You're
You're dead. When he's like screaming at him.
Yeah.
That's good.
Andrew
shit.
Garfield is such a good actor.
Best,
he
best,
just
Andrew,
needs
Best
better
Andrew Garfield
movies.
impression. Go.
Andrew
Best Andrew
Garfield.
Garfield.
I'm not the fucking werewolf. I'm not.
I'm not
I
the
keep telling
werewolf.
People, I'm not
I
even.
never got a call. Never got a
Never
call.
got a call.
They're
You better lawyer up,
singing
asshole, because I'm
birthday.
not coming back from 40%. I'm coming back
Yeah.
for everything.
You pretentious douchebag.
Why has that been going? Why has that been going viral on TikTok? Everybody's been like doing that line. They're like,
because everyone
sorry, my Prada's at the cleaners. Like, why?
Along my fuck you flip-flops.
Quiz, Harper, quiz. Or whoever knows it, actually. I'll just say whoever knows it. What is the first line that Bucky says in Civil War? When he's captured by Captain Falcon. What does he say when he starts to wake up?
Captain Falcon?
Falcon.
Does he say, what did I do?
No, he says something first.
Your mother's name was Sarah.
It's the post-credit scene.
Got it.
Your mother's name was Sarah. Used to wear newspapers.
Is it actually your mother's name was Sarah?
Your mom's name is Sarah. And
that's like the only thing I remember because he's in the press.
Yeah.
Your mom's name was Sarah. You used to wrap newspapers around your shoes.
No, wear newspapers in your shoes.
In your shoes.
Kill your father. And why did you run?
Oh, that's right. Because he goes, Bucky, and he's like, yeah, and then he's like, what did I do?
Mm-hmm.
And then Steve's
I like when he says, "Who the hell is Bucky?" Because that was like the book.
Brubaker's got
that was in the book.
Oh my god,
that was in the Captain America.
Is Winter Soldier still like one of the best MCU movies, or do you guys go against the
still the best MCU
right?
movie.
Okay.
It's not the best.
It's not the best. It's second.
What do you think is the best?
They think No Way Home's the best, but they're still on their recent. They're still on their recency bias.
Moron.
Iron Man 1 is not. Iron Man 1 is my number 2. It's my number 2.
I say No Way Home.
Yeah, you're on recency bias. Nobody cares. You think Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a 10 out of 10?
I don't think it's 10 out of 10. I think it's a 9.5 out of
10. Are you serious?
No, I'm joking. I give it a 7.
He's not joking. I've seen his letterbox day.
I give it a 7. Still
don't you know? I'm
Electro.
I don't think it's bad. You know what? My girlfriend thinks it is her favorite Spider-Man movie. It's Spider-Man 2.
Okay, well,
Spider-Man 2 or Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Amazing.
Oh, okay. So
she's wrong.
Hunter, if that's the case, I would install Tinder as soon as possible, and I would.
No, because I don't agree it's the greatest, but it's up there.
Has she seen other Spider-Man movies?
Yeah, honestly,
has she seen the Amazing Spider-Man?
Only okay if she's only seen the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, like sure.
Like, has she seen Into the Spider-Verse at
all?
No,
we're just.
Is she aware it's an Oscar and Academy Award winning?
You know what else? You know what other comic book movie won an Oscar? Suicide Squad 2016.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Yeah, and it beat Star Trek Beyond, which makes no sense.
What did they win the Oscar for?
Best makeup or something.
That's right.
Which is great. I love that they won the Oscar only because DC accounts were like, "Oh my god, DCU has more Oscars than MCU," and then. When they did like the commercials for Suicide Squad, they were like the Oscar award winning Suicide Squad as if it won like Best Picture.
Yeah.
You don't want no beef?
How are DC okay? If these Flash leaks are real, how are DC accounts going to defend this?
I'm gonna hang myself.
They're not, but I think that's very funny.
Black Canary, Batgirl as the Justice League.
Because Spider-Man is like, we're going to bring everything together you ever loved.
Yeah,
and we're
but
in the fourth phase of the MCU, and the DCEU is like, we're going to get rid of the Justice League, and we're going to do a new Justice League with characters who have nothing to do with it.
Even though the Justice League just formed.
Yeah. Hold on. JD, that or the Arrowverse Justice League?
Oh, God.
Like, imagine if the Avengers movie came out, and then they just decide not to go with it and replace Iron Man with Ironheart. It's like it's just a weird idea. It's
that is the equivalent though. That is the equivalent.
Yeah, it's so now we have Wonder Woman, Flash, and Aquaman. Those are the only remaining members.
Oh my god! Like, and 2 of them are dickheads in real life.
You want to fight, bro?
Aquaman, like,
you want to fight?
Aquaman's like the one sane person.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw someone recently say that Jason Momoa should have been Lobo, though.
No shit. People have been saying that for a decade, you fucking moron.
He wasn't saying that forever.
I just saw it the other day.
I just saw it the other day.
Like, Sean was on Internet Explorer. He didn't know.
Fucking JD, I was about to say that same joke, you motherfucker.
People have been saying that before he was Aquaman.
Yeah.
But JD, you beat me to the joke because I was using Internet Explorer.
I see what you did there. I see what you did.
Do you guys remember the first look at him as Aquaman that Snyder posted?
It looked like Lobo.
White. It looked like Lobo with a trident.
Yeah.
I didn't even think it was for Aquaman. Like I didn't think that was
remember
Unite
Aquaman.
the Seven.
Do you remember? And then people were like, "Is it the 7 Just League members or the 7
Or the Seven
Seas?"
Seas?
7 Seas, yeah. They still didn't
As
do
if-
7 members, and now they got rid
No.
of 3 of them.
Oh, God.
They got rid of Batman. They got rid of Superman. They technically got rid of Cyborg
You remember?
too.
Do you remember when Ben Affleck showed like that, like him recording a TV, recording like Deathstroke and like
Yeah.
that scene,
The hype.
and we were like, "Yo, the Batman with Matt Reeves," and then it just didn't happen.
Never.
I mean,
Yeah, but
we're
now we're
still
gonna get a
getting the
better-
Batman with
yeah, we're
Matt
gonna get a
Reeves.
better
But
version
like,
of that.
isn't it kind of crazy how that's changed? Like Ben Affleck's going to direct his own Batman movie. Robert
Deathstroke.
Pattinson.
I read
What the hell was
Milk
that,
Wars.
It's, I just said, "Whoosh." There must be like thunder outside.
Your hot
but I was
toy
like,
fell?
I was like, am I about to get blown away? Oh,
Daredevil flipped over.
you can
Oh
flip
my
it back. I
God.
don't know what point in this that I did it, but at a point I looked back and looked at Daredevil up there, and I turned back and I was just like, "Oh God, yeah!" Like, I was just so happy.
figure without
with it.
fear.
I was like, "Oh, that looks
I could
good."
tell.
No, I read Milk Wars, and they redo Batman's origin where instead of the bat, shut up. I know you're gonna say nobody cares. Shut up.
Nobody cares.
But like instead of a bat crashing through the window, Alfred full on somersaults through the window with
I
a
saw
glass
that
of
too,
milk. And I hate you both so much.
Nobody cares, Shaw.
Nobody cares, Sean. Nobody cares, Sean.
Nobody cares.
Can we
Hey,
go
Sean.
back to the strange DCEU marketing of Unite the Seven?
Which is worse though, Unite the Seven or the hierarchy of power in the DC universe?
The hierarchy
is
of
about to
power
change.
is, at least it's just The Rock is the only one saying that.
You think young Aquaman is going to return in Aquaman 2?
They fucking
Are you saying they executed her
Hold up. No, hold
because
up,
she
dog.
had me?
Because of fucking me, dog. Are you? Oh,
That
Willem
just, like,
Dafoe-
straight up killed my vibe. Willem Dafoe's
God,
like
Willem-
an Oscar-winning actor, and like he's dealing with that in front of him. Like he
God,
looks down
talking
after
about-
that scene. And I can only imagine that's actually him looking down.
That's
he's
a neat
literally
trick
like
you got
standing.
there.
He's standing like shoulders. to
Norman's
the
on
side, just
sabbatical,
looking.
honey.
I wonder if Volk will be an Aquaman too.
Why? Like, why would he? Like,
He has
I see
to
no
be.
point of it. I see no point of it.
Well, if they're doing the Dr. Shin, then Volko's a huge part of
Oh,
that
God.
character. So.
Remember, Volko was one of the additions for the Snyder Cut.
Yeah,
Pick up your mother's trident.
I remember
I
people were
don't.
interviewing Willem
What? You don't
Dafoe.
like me, lobster?
They're interviewing Will and be like, "Do you want to see the Snyder Cut? Like, because you were in that, you probably had a pretty big role." He's like, be cool to see."
Why would he have a big role?
Yeah, he wasn't saying that he had a big
He
role.
was
Justice
uniting-
League.
Willem Dafoe.
Actually,
Volko was uniting the
Volko
seven.
is in the Justice League
He-
once the
He's
Flash
a new member.
reboot
Yeah, Grace
happens.
Randolph confirmed he's a new member.
It's Willem.
It's
Willem Dafoe
Volko,
playing
Black
himself.
Canary, and Supergirl.
You guys see the clip of him like showing the clothes he's wearing, where he's like this?
Oh, it's the best video in the world.
Yeah,
Dude, Willem
that-
Dafoe
that's
with
a
the
leaked
drip.
scene from Aquaman 2. Volko decides to go to the surface world, and they're just asking him how he's doing. He's like, "Yeah, this is from something, and this is turn your sweater around. This is from," just showing the clothing brands. Good
I
video.
watched a clip of Willem Dafoe recently on YouTube where he's going over like every role of his career, and he was talking about Spider-Man. And he said like all his friends at the time were making fun of him, like, "You're gonna make a cartoon?" And he's like, "You don't get it." And he was a genius because
He was right. Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
he was.
he
That's
was right.
He's
when-
praised as the best Spider-Man villain
That's
ever.
when we're reading comics in like a public space. People are like, "Oh, they're still making Superman comics." You don't,
bro,
get it.
that happened to me. That happened to me at Home Depot in the break room. They were like, "They still make those?"
Yeah, that happens to me all
what?
the time. Yeah, all the time.
What?
Whenever I'm reading in like
And then my
anything.
coworker comes up to it and he's like, $3.99. That seems like a lot. And I'm like, "Dickhead, am I looking at your lunch and fucking commenting?" No.
Yeah.
It's
I'll still
a
never
full
forget-
Subway sandwich.
I'll still never forget the story you told where you saw somebody reading metal and you were like, "Is that metal?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's really good, right?" And you're like, yeah.
Oh my god, it is such a shame. Like I'll run into like a kind of comic reader who's not really a comic reader. Actually, there's a kid I went to high school with who was a huge Red Hood and the Outlaws fan. It's the only thing he read. I think I might have went to high school with Sean.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, he loved Red Hood and the Outlaws.
Well, like in JD's defense, what more is there to tell them?
That-
yeah,
he was a
fucking
Red
Red
Hood
Hood.
and the Outlaws fan.
It-
That's enough.
If I would have asked him like, "What's the Red Hood hotline?" I think he would have known.
Mm, we might have.
Come on,
We might have.
Sean.
Sean.
However, he would know every Earth that Wally West visited in Flash Forward.
Fuck you.
But yeah, I was.
I gotta say, I think that's our best episode that I've been on. Like, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
one of the
not a big competition there.
Like the problem is that you can't desaturate it by doing. I would do it every fucking week, every week for sure.
Finding questions though.
It's tough to find questions
It's
now.
fine. No, I know I've already have like 15 questions for the next one.
What is the
I'm gonna
third
be
word of the first issue of Armor Wars? You don't know.
Yeah, Harper, I'm gonna be like, how many different styles of facial hair does Doctor Strange have? Actually, I never read that down. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That actually is a great question, and I think I could get that, to be honest.
Name three Marvel characters that have a goatee and are dickheads.
That's a good question.
Tony's
Doctor Strange, Tony,
Who else?
Harper.
Well, who else in
I
Marvel?
don't have a
do you
good.
think?
I was gonna do the handlebars just to be a dickhead for this episode, but then I couldn't be bothered doing
Doesn't Mordo also have a goatee in comics?
it. Mordo does have a goatee.
Yeah, so
Yo,
there you go.
Hunter, you should.
So does
Hunter,
your
you-
mum. Boom,
Oh,
bitch.
shit. Yo, Hunter, I think you could do a Omni-Man or like a Voltramite cosplay because you got the stash and
But
it's
I
not
got-
doing anything for you like other than being a pedophile. So
Yeah, that's true. I go out on the streets and people are like, "Ooh, Omni-Man? He's a bad guy." I'm like, well, you know,
Oh,
you keep
read
reading,
later.
I
Read
mean,
later.
like, yeah, you kill a lot of people, but like, you know, you kind of feel for him.
Oh my god.
God.
What's everyone reading right now? Like not like weekly stuff, but like stuff that they're kind
Task
of
Force
chewing
Z.
through.
Avengers by Hickman, which is way better.
Are
now.
you still reading It feels like you've been talking about
Well,
reading Avengers for the last 14 years.
It's
Avengers by Jason
I've been
Aaron.
reading Avengers forever, yeah.
Ew.
But Hickman's Avengers, it's new Avengers, and the issues go like 1, 2, 1, 2 kind of thing. So I have to go back and forward. So right now I'm in the 30s for both Avengers and New Avengers, if that makes sense.
I'm reading Daredevil by Kevin Smith. I decided I want to read the entire
Oh.
the entire 1998 run. Why are you mad? Wong and Doctor Strange appear.
And Black
Yeah,
Widow.
but it's not that
And
good
Black
of a
Widow.
story. Actually, you know what? Actually,
Daredevil says he wants to have sex with Black Widow, and Black Widow goes, "Your couch or the rooftop?"
yeah,
Nice.
that
JD's like, this is why I'm reading it.
that pretty much
Nice.
happens in Bendis's.
Good
show.
good job.
You-
Good job,
You,
Kevin
you
Smith.
said Kevin
But-
Smith was writing that, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah.
he did the first 8.
8 issues.
He does a Black Cat Spider-Man miniseries called The Evil That Men Do, and some of the lines in there, you're just like, that sounds like Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith.
Anyway, I was talking. I was gonna say, JD and Hunter.
Wait, I
I
didn't
said this
finish.
to you. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. I said to you guys a few times. You bring up Guardian Devil, and I go, "Oh, Guardian Devil." It's probably been like half a decade since I
You
read
should
that.
read
book.
it again.
It's pretty good.
Maybe I might like it more. I
Because
just remember
Spider-Man.
being like,
you
well,
like
see,
Spider-
maybe-
you like
maybe we-
Spider-Man now.
Maybe you guys can bring back book club, and then you won't read it, and then everything will be right.
Yeah, but for book club to happen, Harper would actually have to read the book.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
go- I'm
saying.
gonna-
Thunder is good, man. It was
I'm gonna
good.
buy Guardian Devil on Comixology right now.
How about this?
Thank you.
Book Club, Guardian Devil, February. It's first week of
Cool.
February.
I'm literally reading it right now.
Yeah. All right, done.
Hunter read it not that long
All
ago.
Sean, you in?
Sure. What is
It's
it?
Daredevil 1998 1 through 8.
It's
1998. That's the one.
Yeah.
Wait,
What-
did
but
you
what-
say, JD, that you're trying to read that entire run? How
Yeah.
have you not? Wouldn't you have read it pretty much all of it already?
I've read Bendis. I've read Kevin Smith. I haven't read the issues in between them. I know it's only a few.
So you just
The
didn't
Echo
read like
ones?
the David Mack? Yeah, exactly. so-
Yeah, and then
You saw that Echo
and then
was in
isn't
it
it-
and went,
isn't it-
don't care.
Isn't it Brubaker at the end of that run? I don't think I finished all of Brubaker.
Brubaker is after Bendis.
Brubaker's
You
great.
said
and
1
it's
through 8.
fucking
Yeah, 1
golden.
through 8. So I want to read all of it like straight through.
Honestly, Bendis, Brubaker, and Wade reading
See-
all those,
see,
that's like a perfect comic trilogy.
When I say that I will read all of Modern Daredevil, I actually mean it. I'm going to finish the job, unlike certain people in this call.
You know what? I'm gonna buy Soul's Daredevil tomorrow.
No, you won't.
No, you're not.
Probably not.
You
We'll see.
won't.
We'll see. We'll see.
You have Marvel Unlimited. You don't need to buy it.
Yeah, but the shelf. It's
Right,
Stop.
Think about the shelf when you actually have money.
It taunts
Aren't
me.
you in school?
Rent.
It taunts me. man.
Hunter, rent.
I have ear. What does he say? I have ears.
And
Like,
I have eyes like a mouse. And
eyes like
ears
a rodent. And then what? I figure what he says for ears.
I have ears like a bat. Ears like a
Maybe
something. Oh, fuck, I forget. Mr.
it's
Red.
eyes
Yeah.
like a rodent.
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm
then he
gonna
does
say-
the-
If you want like the best Daredevil stuff, though, Bendis,
Wade.
Brubaker, Wade. I'm gonna just name that the Identity Saga because Bendis reveals his identity.
He's
and
right.
The whole thing is just identity dealing, and it's so good. And it
If
never
you
gets
ask
bad.
me-
It never gets bad.
If you ask me, and as you should,
Okay.
if someone says like top 3 Daredevil, it is literally just that back to back to back, in my
In
opinion.
a row,
Who is the
I mean-
Daredevil expert here? Is it Hunter or is it Harper?
Harper.
There's no way it's Hunter.
It's Harper.
Are you gonna pull them off the shelf? It's probably
Harper.
shit you haven't even read. That's
Well,
a-
see, if
is that
if
a
people-
statue from a costume from a run
From
that you
Soul?
have not read?
Mm.
Oh,
I
nice.
hate that you had that discarded on the floor.
It was actually on a shelf.
Hunter, I read
Mhm.
Daredevil 275 this morning. What happens?
Well, see, if
Can I look up the
happens-
cover?
no,
Can I
shut
look
up,
up the
Sean.
cover?
Shut the fuck up. No. Hunter, between 260 and 275, what's the story?
you know,
what's
Harper,
it about?
one of these days,
Typhoid Mary.
I'm gonna get my revenge
No,
on
it's
you
not
on
about
this
Typhoid Mary, but
podcast.
it is Ann Nesenti, you're right.
Okay, I knew it was Ann Nesenti.
Try and guess what it's about, Hunter.
I've never read the Ann Nesenti stuff. Is that worth
Do you know
reading?
what? Yes. Yes, bits and bits. Some of
Okay.
it's really good, and some of it you're like, this is spinning its wheels so fucking
Oh, you know
hard,
what
I
I'm
could
gonna
not care
guess what
less.
it's about? I'm
You're
gonna guess
Googling it
Doctor
right now. I
Strange
can
is
literally
in
see your eyes.
it. I'm
Go
gonna
on.
guess Doctor Strange is in it.
Not a single fucking time.
What are you doing?
Wong
it's
is
got
in Guardian Devil.
That
That's all I'm
that entire block of that run is Daredevil walking around the country, not being in New York and just helping like different people out.
That's cool.
And then he goes to hell against Mephisto.
Yeah, I was going to say Mephisto's on one of the covers.
You know what really fucking annoyed me is I remember Hunter when he was getting into his Daredevil kick. I was like, Hunter, here's some like more obscure Daredevil books that like you should read. I feel like you get a lot out of. And I said like Lone Stranger. I said Love's Labor's Lost, and then I said Redemption, which is like a 5-issue miniseries. And Hunter was like, yeah, cool, yeah. And then just never fucking like looked at any of it. Like you could have burnt through them so easy.
But you know
gave
what?
these to
You know what?
and then
The
you went, I'll read
reason-
Daredevil Yellow. It's like, okay, everyone and their mum has read Daredevil fucking Yellow.
That was Hunter when you gave a recommendation.
That is exactly what it was.
I have my
Straight
reason
up.
though. I have a reason. Do you want to know the reason?
What?
I was only reading physical at this time, and I didn't see how they were printed anywhere besides like the actual issues. Now I have a limited.
You're a digital god now. Read Soul.
Yep.
I can finally reveal the reason why I started doing the timestamps.
Oh yes, please tell me why.
Just wait.
Because I re-listened to the podcast and you never revealed it.
Never revealed it. We forgot.
Comicsology. Is it Guardian Devil?
That's
Is it something red?
It's not focusing.
It's Invincible Compendium 2. You should
Oh,
start
nice,
with
dude.
one, Harper.
there you go.
should
There you go.
start
There
with
you
one.
go.
Guardian Devil.
Your purchase is complete.
Guardian
Dude,
Devil.
you spend a lot
yeah.
of money on Comicsology.
All right.
Just get a VPN and
Bro,
pretend you're in
I
America.
just spent like
Harper, get a
$80
VPN.
like
Harper, get a
yesterday.
VPN. Get unlimited. It'll literally.
What's a VPN? At NordVPN.
VPN stands for.
Can you imagine
Our
if we were like,
sponsor for Timmy's Talk.
ExpressVPN it covers your
Use
data
code
feed.
Hunter at checkout if you don't want any discount.
VPN stands for Victor's Password.
No
way.
Norway.
No way
Norway.
home.
No way home.
All right, why does Sean do the timestamps, or why did he originally do that? If I'm not mistaken, is it because I didn't do them?
No, it was not because of that, because I didn't care. But here's the thing. I had been watching the podcast for a while. And then
Nice voice crack.
For a while.
yeah, that was really
Well,
bad.
puberty, Sean.
It was really bad. But anyway,
Sean's
I
balls
had been-
finally
It's
dropped.
almost like you thought we were celebrities for a moment. You were just like, for a while.
And then his dad was like,
but I had been watching it. I'd been watching it for a while, and then there was like a 3-4 week in a row span where JD, you didn't do the timestamps at all.
yes, sir.
And
That's me.
Hunter put the most passive aggressive like message on like the third or fourth one that was like, yeah, there's no timestamps again. JD, are you there? No timestamps. And I was just there like, man, it sounds like these guys are about to fight. Let me just do the timestamps and send them in.
Hunter and I are like one of those married couples that like don't really engage with each other anymore, but like we know we kind of love each other deep down, and we stay together for the sake of the children.
Yeah.
Hunter,
Hunter, do you agree?
On a side note, you
I'd say
guys
so,
were
yeah, we
talking
have to.
top 3 Daredevil, and I'm just here being like, top
Have
3.
you ever read a Daredevil issue, Sean? Like other than the current run?
Yeah, I started Wade's run.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did say he was reading Ringtones.
And so but it was funny. You guys are all doing top 3 Daredevil. I'm just here like top 3 Red Hood. Read Under the Red Hood and stop.
That's it. Yeah, that's
Task Force Z last issue.
It's so funny, Sean, because there's like an argument to be made. Like we go Bendis, Brubaker, Wade, but then there is a genuine argument to be made for like Dennis
Zdarsky.
O'Neill or Anderson or Frank Miller. Or
Even
like,
Zdarsky.
there is an argument to be made.
There is
yeah,
Zdarsky. You got Cheer, but it's a story within an anthology series.
It's so fucking funny that like Sean's like best
Sean's
Red Hood
list
story.
goes Under the Red Hood, the last issue of Task Force Z, and that one Scotty Lobdell issue.
But it's like it'll literally be like he'll be like, oh, it's Under the Hood, and then he'll be like, Nightwing Annual 3 from like like it'll be something one random issue because that's the best he can
Nightwing
find.
Annual, the recent one by Tom Taylor.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like, all right.
Jason Todd probably is notoriously, I think, the most just misused, really popular character in DC.
So I was going through Young Animal.
Oh, you've got Urban Legends.
Yeah, that's the Zdarsky one.
Yeah, it's like
didn't
the
even
one
hear you
in
say
an
that.
anthology series.
But like,
oh, you literally did say that. You're
like, there's a character from Young Animal, Mother Panic, and in her sequel series, they have Red Hood in it. He's like the last.
I'm sorry, if there's a flash of light and I just get demolished and vaporized into dust, it's because that's not thunder.
Shazam!
It's Thunder
But,
Down
like,
Under.
In the sequel
crazy.
series for Mother Panic, they like send her to another universe after the events of Milk Wars, which is what I just read. And in that, Jason Todd is like the last surviving member of the Bat family, and he's a leader of like a Batman cult, and he believes he's going to ascend to the next Batman. You guys are really just jerks.
Hunter, are you praying for us?
He shot himself, I hug myself, and then Hunter just prayed.
I'm telling you, you know,
And that's Timmy's Talk.
Hunter, alternate
it ends with me just getting
No. Hunter. Ultimate Daredevil fan Hunter. What is the name of the writer who wrote Daredevil between Brubaker and Wade?
Oh,
Don't
right
look.
for Shadowland, right?
Yes.
Oh, Diggle.
What the fuck are you doing, JD?
Now, obviously, this particular
I'm the
What's
number
his
one
first
Daredevil
name?
fan. I know more than Hunter does.
John
What's his
Diggle. I've
first
seen
name?
Arrow.
Yeah, John Diggle.
It's funny.
Green
It's
Lantern?
funny, Hunter. No, Hunter, it's funny you say that because whenever I think about the fact that it is actually the name of Diggle's brother on Arrow. It's Andy Diggle.
They named Diggle's character after him because he wrote Green Arrow Year One, didn't they?
Surely not.
I'm pretty
I'm
sure. They
pretty
named-
sure. No, they did.
Is
Green
that
Arrow
real?
Year One is written by Diggle, and I think that's why they named him that.
There you go.
Kind
As
of
if
an
I
awkward
give
name.
a single fuck about a Green Arrow comic.
Wow. Yeah, have you ever read Green Arrow? Kevin Smith, Green Arrow? You should buy it. It's good.
No.
Quiver, good story.
Nah.
And
So anyway,
Timmy's
this is
Talk. Join us
officially
9 more
Book
months when we do
Club coming next month.
This.
Can we do it?
Guardian
Can we
Club
do an
next
arm?
month.
Can we do an Armor Wars and then do Guardian Devil? Because I read Armor Wars for nothing then.
Yeah, we should do Armor
I
Wars,
want to talk that Bill Cosby was referenced in this book as a good person.
It's fun. It's so fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very fun.
It's from
We'll
the
figure it out.
70s or 80s.
We'll,
but
we'll
still.
try to bring it back though. We're gonna try to bring back Book Club.
Tyler will return in 2022.
Well, that's 2 books. If we've got Armor, like I could do Armor Wars right now. Like,
Armor
we
Wars
could-
is easy because we all read it.
Yeah.
Sean doesn't even know what Armor Wars is. He only knows when
Armor
when
Wars is
Black Cat
also
referenced
easy
it.
to remember. You know what I mean? Like Armor Wars.
Sean's like,
just
don't
go
you mean
through
Iron
it.
Man Hall of Armor? Pretty sure
Sean-
it's
Sean's-
pronounced-
Sean's like Armor Wars. Wasn't that thing that was referenced in Black Cat number 12?
Armor
I
Wars isn't
love
even
the
out
idea
yet,
that Sean.
guys.
I love the idea that Sean checks every now and then to see if there's a woman on his bed. Like, has it worked yet? Like,
He's like, Armor Wars isn't even out yet. Okay, I don't think it started filming yet. What are you guys talking about?
God.
And that's Timmy's Talk.
That's Timmy's Talk.
Book Club Under the Red Hood.
yeah. Oh God. I
Wait, 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 wait.